I realize this time I'm muted. Not getting me this time. I knew. The first message is Coney, add this. For some reason that pisses me off that you were waiting for that, but I'll add it. You guys better be funny though. If that's not funny, I'm gonna be mad. I don't know when you're gonna use it, but good luck. I'm giving you all the tools. I give you guys so many opportunities to be funny. I really do. I really give you so many chances. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We're spinning the wheel tonight. You said that I wouldn't. You said that I would forget, but I didn't. I remembered. All right? Now, the problem... the problem is that I'm still missing a prompt because I didn't have any time. I got home from Easter dinner, and the dogs had to run out. So I think we got to come up with a prompt together. I'm thinking either coolest or weirdest fighting game super. I kind of like that. Zillow listings? No, because I feel like that's already going against, like... that already cuts into a different type of stuff that I make. You know what I mean? I think we go fighting game supers. That's what I like. Because I'd like another fighting game one. We did weirdest fighting game character. But... so I need a bunny. I need a bunny for today's going live tweet. And I found King's Quest V, which had an owl and a cat and a bird. But I need something like an Easter bunny. A mouse. This is kind of funny. If the mouse said it instead of a rabbit. They like belong to the same family, right?
Okay.
A witch? What?
Coney, please help. I don't know what's happening to me. I played Flash Party until 3 a.m. last night and spent almost $100. The game isn't even...
I don't know what to tell you. It's fun. I guess it is good, right? You can't spend $100 and say the game isn't good. You're dumb. It's a great game. There's got to be a rabbit somewhere in here. $100, dude. You didn't even have to do that. The game is oh my god. I think is pretty free to play friendly, but I hear that it's not. But to me, I had a great time. Now, the dev did pay for all of my expenses, but you know. Is there a rabbit in Oregon Trail? I'm shocked how hard it is to find a rabbit. There's a duck. Ducks are kind of Eastery, right? Dude, they have so many more games than they used to. Oh my god. What game would have a rabbit? Star Fox, maybe? Is there a rabbit in Star Fox? Tiny Toons. There is no Tiny Toons. Good answer, though. Peppy? Pretty good. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, this is perfect. Oh my god, look at that. Happy Easter. LOL. Wait, dialogue or training, I see. This is fine. Omega lol. All right. I think people will know that's a slash, all right? Pretty funny. Happy Easter. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Get on Twitter. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Come on. Yeah, that Flash Party event was kind of fun. But, dude, that went a little bit too long. I was kind of sad about that. That was a little bit, they said, so I had to pick up Juliet after it was over. And, they said it was stated from, like, 6 to 9. And I was like, all right, cool. Expecting it to be 6 to 9. But you were panicking like hell. I mean, like, because I had to pick up the baby. Mal was out. I didn't want her to have to go get her, you know. Zane wasn't even at his cam for a lot of the restream portion. Really? Yeah, we got told we had to do the exhibition. They actually, dude, they wanted us to do... By the way, I don't know if you guys can see it. I have a bug bite right here, and it's pissing me off. It's, like, right below my eyebrow. Thank you, Shiny. Sheeny? I never know how to say your name, but thank you for the gifty. I checked out Hbox's stream at one point, and he was on his phone the whole time. Yeah, I feel like people were kind of checked out. And, like, I was, you know, I was talking to chat a lot of the time, but I was still watching the game passively, right? Like, come on. But no, originally they told us they wanted us to stream our entire tournament run. And I was like, ooh, I don't like that. What if I go 0-2, right? What if I get knocked out immediately? Thanks, Runkle. I didn't like that one bit. So I was like, how about we do the exhibition before top 8? And they're like, yeah, okay, fine. So we're good. Exhibition was fun. What game are we talking about? Flash Party. I streamed it yesterday. It was pretty fun, honestly. It's a fun game, unironically. I like it a lot. It needs a lot. A lot. It does need a bunch. But, you know. Did you end up getting any winnings? No. I mean, I'm getting paid for the sponsorship, right? But that's it. Thank you, Esri. I'm enjoying it. It has potential. Yeah, I think if it can lock down a lot of polish and stuff, we'll be good. So, does it play like multiverses or ultimate? I guess closer to ultimate if you had to pick one of those, but... Did the publisher ever get the characters unlocked for you? Yeah, I got every character. That was the only reason that I went forward with it. Dude, if I didn't have the characters, I would have been miserable. That would have been bad. So hi everybody, welcome. Happy Easter. We got some movies tonight, I think. Maybe a game. I got a game I've been wanting to play. Might do that. We'll see. JDMH was telling me they hadn't yet. Yeah, it took them a while to get those. I got them, so I went into that exhibition thinking I was the least prepared, because I played 1 hour the night before with TK, and I was like, oh god, I don't know what I'm doing. But I picked the Scrub Killer. So I was like, alright, we'll make this work. And then I found out that the other guys hadn't really played at all. Which is weird, because I think that Hbox, I think he had a sponsored video, and I know Void did. They never hit me up for a sponsored thing, so. Alright. I think we do, so in case you guys just got here, we're spinning the Wheelchamp wheel, alright? Now, the last thing we did was best game only you played, which honestly, not a great topic. I think it's fine for Twitch, but it's bad on YouTube. I had a fun time looking at them, but not a great topic. I am kind of feeling either the weirdest or the coolest or the best or something fighting game super. I'm kind of feeling that. What do you guys think? Thank you, Xylus. I think that's pretty good. That would be cool. All right. I would like to do another fighting game one, straight up, because I feel like it's been a long time since we've done that, so. I think that'll be a good time. Some of these are repeats, because I want another itch.io night. That was fun. Sports clip we've never done. Best tweet, there's potential there, right? Best animal, which has been here since Wheelchamp's beginning. Okay, I don't know what song this is. I always skip this when it comes up. Exerd Faust will win. Is that the con show? That one doesn't count. That one's not weird enough or strange enough. Best Leffen tweet? Come on. Now it feels like we're bullying. I want another mobile game ad night. We played mobile games on Friday. Real mobile games. And we saw a lot of ads there. We've seen so many ads. best animal is very boring in comparison? I don't think so. I actually think that could be a lot of fun. Because I bet people have obscure animals that we've never seen. I think that'll be fun. But maybe I'm wrong. And funniest TikTok or YouTube short. It's been a while since we did that. So I think it's refreshing. Alright. Best deep left in tweet. So you guys are thinking too small. Is it specific animal or type of animal? No, literally any animal. It could be specific. Alright. Ow. My eye got something in it. Alright. Best tweet is boring? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. As, by the way, as in 4 seconds, as Prime now. Prime now. Prime now. Use your Prime or go. Did we ever do anything clickbait related? Actually, I think that's funnier. Wait. I kind of like best YouTube thumbnail. Like a title and a thumbnail. Like the funniest one. I think that's funnier, actually. I think we go with that. Okay. Funniest. We'll do funniest. Funniest YouTube video? I don't know how to put this. Title / thumb. Do people know what that is? Like outside of the industry? I mean, obviously, but, you know. Okay, funniest YouTube title thumb. That sounds pretty funny, actually. I think I'd like that. I say just thumbnail? Yeah, probably just thumbnail. You're right. And I'll explain. I mean both. You're right. Alright. Funniest historical moment. That's a good one. I like that. You guys ever hear about the king that died because he laughed so hard at donkeys eating figs? A donkey ate a fig, and he thought that was so funny, he died. That might win. Funniest YouTube thumbnail. Okay. I'm down to switch some of this up. I think funniest historical event is probably better than... I'm down to take out tweet. The tweet one I actually put up when Twitter was about to die. Do you guys remember that period of time? When it was like, oh my god, Twitter's dead. And this was to get in it before it was dead. So I'm down to get rid of that. So, hold on. This song is scary. I'm skipping this. Alright. This song is Baby. I'm gonna say history event. Because this is a fat marker and I can't fit any more. Alright? Funniest history event. Alright? Honestly, I should have a period of my stream, like an hour before I go offline, when I try to put the audience to sleep. If I could, like, do a lullaby so that, you know, people don't leave. Just get to run the ads and farm the sleepyheads. Best Flash animation? No. I hate that. I've never been a Flash guy. I was never a Newgrounds kid. I went on Newgrounds, but it wasn't, like, my whole personality. I was like, alright, this is kind of cool, I guess. And I only wanted to play the games. I wasn't doing the fucking... Oh my god, it's art. Cinema. It's cartoons. He hates Homestar Runner. I liked Homestar Runner, but I didn't like it enough to check it all the time. Homestar was, like, objectively funny, but I never felt like it was must-see. Does that make sense? Theater kid hates cartoonist. Okay, hold on. Can we talk about something? Before we get started, I need to talk about something. The allegations. Okay? So, a few days ago... Hold on. A few days ago, League caster Space Ghost tweeted, esports fans are going to be so sad when they realize 80% of broadcast talent is theater kids who play video games, and casting is not some position of prestige, but slogging 9 to 5 that they themselves would not survive between the research and social requirements. Okay? That's what they said. And then Chrome, a Melee caster, said, this is correct, but I'll never see this land of the theater kids. Now, as a purported theater kid, that's what everybody fucking says about me, I would like to set the record straight, and I tried to do it in this tweet. I tried to make this clear, and maybe with some visual examples you understand. There is a difference between theater kids and theater kids, okay? It's very different. This is Streetcar Named Desire, okay? This is an historic work of fiction, one that changed the landscape of American culture. This thing is a piece of Americana as deep as any other. It's as American as apple pie or Paul Bunyan. This is Cats, which is an adaptation of a T.S. Eliot poem. He's British, by the way. This is Death of a Salesman, one of the most gripping stories about American capitalism and what it means to be a success or a failure in a country that hates you, okay? The self-hatred and self-loathing that comes with being considered a failure. That's Death of a Salesman. Incredible show. This is The Little Mermaid. It's a guy in a fedora being a lobster. I don't see your point. You don't? You don't get it, huh? Is that Streetcar Named Desire? That's not Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, right? I think that's the other one. I said I was a theater adult. Being around musical people made me quit, which is true. I started streaming because I was sick of musical theater people. But this musical bangs. This is a good show. It's a good show. Yeah! What?
Honey, you literally sound like an animation fan insisting Gably is far more artistic than Shrek.
No, don't lump me in with these the anime or the animation kids, all right? We're not the same. This is different. I was in theater, so I fully understand exactly the point you're trying to make, but I don't think the new ones will be able to caught by most of the people in your audience. You guys just don't get it. You don't understand. Now, Little Shop of Horrors is fantastic, all right? Theater kids, Cat and Joy are extremely derogatory. See, I'll also accept Wicked as a valid answer. Wicked's pretty good, too. Wicked's not bad. All right? Listen, it's not the same. It's not the same. And then fucking, where is he? Hold on. Yeah, he gift me. Hazmat. These things are not the same, dude. This is, what, I don't know what this is. I don't remember. I think this is Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Again, a scathing portrait of the American South and the inequity of humanity. I don't know. I don't remember what this is about. Against, oh, I had sex last summer. Oh, no, she's at my high school. Oh, bang, bang, shangity, bang. My car flew away. This is stupid. This show doesn't fucking... I had sex last summer, and it was pretty cool. Now she goes to my school. Oh, what? Oh, what's gonna happen? Hi, Jinx. I'm teen pregnant. Fucking Grease. I hate this show, dude. You're losing me. Well, if you haven't seen Grease, you don't get it, all right? Only theater kids know the difference? Well, that's the problem, isn't it? You can't call people theater kids if you don't know the difference between theater and musical theater. By the way, she's Team Rocket. What the fuck? Is that Rizzo? No, that's Rizzo. I don't know who that is in the background. I should not act like I know who these characters are. You guys are going to accuse me of more. Is the first one Streetcar Named Desire? I think this one is Streetcar Named Desire because that's Stella. And I think this one is Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. And I don't remember what that one's about. I should have done Virginia Woolf. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? That's another good one. Damn, you even know every character. Yeah, I do. I actually really like Grease. But I would not perform in it. All right? There's a difference between realism theater and campy musical theater. I think there's a difference between exploring the depths of suffering and yearning in the human soul, the darkness that lies in the hearts of man. That's theater that I like. fucked up shit. Sad endings, all right? There never was a baby. They couldn't have one. There's a spoiler for a play you're never gonna fucking see. Stop sending Kermit. Musical theater is not the same. Have you ever seen Oklahoma? Have you ever seen Oklahoma? Oklahoma is like, oh, wait, let's have a hootenanny. It's time for a shindig. Uh-oh, Curly is causing trouble. Kill him. He's dead. It's so fucking bad. A guy named Curly gets horny and then tries to sleep with a girl, and everybody's like, I hate that fucking guy. And then somebody shoots him in the chest. I was Ali Hakim. I wanted to die. That show is so bad. I hate that show so much. I hate that show. It's like the difference between Phantom of the Opera and Moulin Rouge. No. Both of those shows are bad. Phantom of the Opera is good if you are into music. I'm not a big music guy. But Moulin Rouge is my least favorite show, I think. Or at least the movie. I fucking hate that movie. It's one of my least favorite movies I've ever seen. Thank you, Bites Your Ankle. What's trending? The Rock. The what? That's pretty funny. What?
Sorry for hijacking the stream,
Oh,
Coney.
that's okay.
I think you make some valid points about the plethora of differences in the performing
I think I
arts.
do too.
I'd like
Thank
to
you.
opine on this philosophical discussion.
Sure.
In this series of donation posts, I hope to show.
Oh, please speak on that. One of 129 and they're $5 each. Speak on that, E. Compton. Hey, you want to take over the whole stream? That's the sponsored stream. You want to just take the whole thing over? This could be your stream now. Go ahead. Send them in. Please. I would love to hear more. You got a newsletter? Is Moulin Rouge or Rent more insufferable? Oh, dude. Do you mean the movie or the show? I don't know. The movie? I think Moulin Rouge is worse in the movie. Rent is odious and evil. I mean, I hate Rent, but I think it was a product of its time. Moulin Rouge is just shitty for the sake of being shitty. What about Fiddler on the Roof? I don't like it, but I see why people do. Apparently, Japan loves Fiddler on the Roof. Did you know that? It's like a culture thing. Baz Luhrmann is a hack. Yup. Yup. Truing. Didn't he make the Elvis movie? I heard that movie's crazy, too. Have you seen Spelling Bee? No, but I heard it's good. Is that Putnam County, right? Hadestown is incredible. Dude, I always get... Because there's Hadestown and Urinetown. And I always get, like... There's a show called Urinetown, which is, like... and there's Our Town, too, which is about kids that take over town. Yeah, Urinetown is a show about... I think they charge you to pee. Yeah, that's a real show. I don't know anything about it, but... Alfred loves Heathers. He's been trying to get me... Alfred and I talked on the podcast about our favorite musicals. Mine is Pippin. His is Heathers. I love Pippin, but not for the music. It's about how empty it is to try to find any sort of purpose or meaning of your life, so you might as well enjoy it as best you can. And it is in the nature of man to always yearn for more, so shut the fuck up and enjoy what you have. I love that show. Pippin rules. Wise show. I love that show. From a show called Pippin? Yeah, it's great. That sounds depressing? A little. I like that shit. Bro wants to die so bad. Just kill me, bro. Just fucking kill me. I'm not trying to watch shows about the indomitable human spirit. Come on. Another streamer I watch is a program for his chat where basically anytime someone sends a chat message, they have a 1 in 1 million chance to get selected and they get to choose a game for the next stream. I don't like that. No. I don't like it when the inmates run the asylum. I only trust like 10% of you. If I could like pick I only trust some of you guys to do the right thing. Stop jokering. That's way more than I thought. I mean, it's probably less. 10% is high? Yeah, I guess that's like 100 out of, what, 1,100 people? 110? No. All right, you guys want to spin the wheel? Oakley dokley. Thank you, Excelsior. Woo! Wheelchamp. Wait, I never set up Wheelchamp. Oh. Hold on. I could do it fast. Literally before the stream, I set up Crocodile Dentist, so there we go. I literally had to do that 5 minutes before stream, so we're good. Streaming is a blow up. I just had to add the image. It's fine. It's in my thing. We'll see if we get Crocodile Dentist. All right. I think I have Wheelchamp the logo. Uh-oh. What if I don't? Oh, hell no. Wait a minute. Do I not have the logo? Oh, no.
Completely unrelated to inmates running the asylum, but did you hear Twitch removed Jabasted?
Stop. I have an idea. Hold on. Okay, here's what we'll do. Hold on. Oh, no, but it's not gonna sparkle. Fuck. Wait a minute. Could I have an idea. Hold on. If I capture every frame, I was gonna say, if I just window capture this. Yeah, I'm gonna crop only this part. So watch this. Watch this movie magic, okay? Hold on. No! Hold on. Leaks. That was a oh my god, fucking leaked. That was the side of, I think the, I shouldn't say, because that makes it more leaky. Never mind. I'll tell you later. All right, here we go. So we put this up, and we only grab this part. All right? That's not gonna work. I'm wearing a fucking shirt under it. Son of a bitch. Where was it? Fuck! Man! Searching my PC. Wheelchamp. Surely. I don't even know if I called it Wheelchamp. This is ugly. Whatever this is that you sent me, this is gross. Yeah, just do it in post. Yeah, we'll fix it in post. Whatever. I'll make another one. All right, what was the... I don't even know the Wheelchamp theme song. I think I do have that saved, though, because I have my Stream Deck thing. Why am I getting so hung up on this? This is only... Nobody gives a shit. All right. Hold on. Is it this? Yeah. I didn't put this on my Stream Deck either. Sorry, I know it's loud. Alright. This'll have to do. Okay. Alright, we'll fix it in post. It's fine. Alright, let's get it. Got my handy dandy wheel. You guys right? It's not Austin Powers. Shut up. It's not Austin Powers. It's not the same. This is very scuffed. I reformatted a while ago. I can't believe we haven't done Wheelchamp since I reformatted. It was like a month or two ago. Let's get it. All right. fellas, welcome back to Wheelchamp, the hottest show on Twitch. Woo! On Wheelchamp, we spin the wheel to find out a prompt, and then my viewers will send me the examples of the prompt that I did. Whoever has the best answer wins the title of Wheelchamp and $50 their PayPal. Woohoo! Unless they don't want the $50. That's happened before. And then I keep it, give myself a nice dinner. We're going to spin this wheel and get a prompt, and then go to Coney.gg and click on Wheelchamp and put something in. Let's find out what the best animal is, maybe? Or maybe the funniest TikTok, or maybe the funniest YouTube thumbnail, which I kind of hope wins. I just put that on there, but I think that's going to be really good. I'm excited for that. Let's spin the wheel and find out what we're playing today. I actually hope it's one of these. It's never one of those. I'm excited. It's never a side event. All right, here we go. I'm trying to get it so that the lights aren't in the way, because my stream lights are there. Okay. It's funniest sports clip. Okay. Now, we had this before with some sports stuff. I just want the funniest sports clip that you have. The funniest thing happening in sports in any capacity. Can't be in a video game. It has to be real, okay? It has to be a real thing. Can it be edits? Yes. Wait. Maybe. Go for it. If you want to try it. Sports, sleeping? Hey, maybe. We'll see. If it's really bad, I'll do another Wheelchamp next week, okay? Does pro wrestling count as a sport? Yes. Yes, but don't make it really long. Pro wrestling is allowed. That's a sport. So is chess and bowling are sports from the Ocho count. Yes, literally any sport. Esports does... No, it can't be esport. That's too far. Video games are not a sport. Does stuff like Harlem Globetrotters count? Yes. What about tag? Yes. Any sport. Any sport you want, all right? But not esports. Olympics? Yeah, that's literally sports. What the fuck? Are you going to make me say every sport? You guys are pissing me off. Yeah, sports, dude. You guys know what the... Football? All right, here's what you do, okay? You have to go to Coney.gg, all right? This is my website. Ta-da! And I want you to click on Wheelchamp down here. And when you click on Wheelchamp, you get to add something. Damn, this is on 217. You will add something here, and I just need a prompt. That's all. And I'm going to edit this now. So let me edit it quick. 1 second. It's funniest sports clip, right? Or did I say best? Funniest, good. Because there's always like best, weirdest, or funniest, or whatever. Okay. Funniest sports clip. Now, I need you to submit this before Wednesday, because we're going to do this on Wednesday, okay? So today is the 9th. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Submit it before the 12th. Or you could submit it on the thing. I always forget. Oh, damn it. I forgot to wipe the thing. Hold on. Funniest sports clip. By the way, Nickelodeon sports count. So if you want to do the Nickelodeon football shit, go for it. Can you submit multiple? No, because that would take too long. Also, don't submit now, because I'm going to clear responses, okay? This is always how this shit goes, is it always breaks. So if you already submitted, here, I'm going to do this, all right? Because I have 284. Delete all responses. They're gone. So now submit, and you should be good. All right? What about the Puppy Bowl? It's a sport. Send it. Does Nickelodeon Guts count? Yes. Just submit it, dude. If it doesn't count, whatever. All right? Just send it. Thank you. This should be fun. I am a little sad, though. I did want it to be funniest YouTube thumbnail, but we'll get that in later. You guys want to play Crocodile Dentist? I already had it all set up. I already have it set up. Whenever I do this, I'm like, I'm sad that we don't get to play it. So fuck it. Let's play. All right. Let's go. Free gifties moment. No. Literally no. You guys go first, though. All right, click the screen. You have to be very precise, though. You have to be very precise on the tooth. guys are... Okay, there it goes. All right, lock it in. This one. This one here. All right. My turn. Hold on. All right, go. Can we do this with a thing that counts chat responses instead so mobile viewers can play? No! I like click maps. No polls. PC players only. The stream is not a mobile game. Guys, keep clicking because it has to be one tooth. It has to be one tooth. Right now, it's one of these three. Middle, 26. Get fucked. L, 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 L. Wait, L, L, L. Wait, it's back. L, L, L. We didn't choose that one. No, you definitely did. Don't try to lie to me now. Shut up. Oh, lying ass. L, 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 L. All right. Hey, by the way, hold on. I'm going to give you guys a little bit, if you guys want to do this tonight. For some reason, I'm not doing this now. I want to do a tier list tonight. I'm in a tier list kind of mood. I found categories funny. There's a whole FNAF one. And I was looking through, I was like, oh, this might be kind of funny, or whatever. But I'm not doing this now, so when I ask for it, I'll ask for it later. If you guys could have some queued up, I would appreciate that, all right? Maybe we do this later, all right? Thank you. If you guys could have a couple queued up for later. Wait a minute, what's this? Tier list Pomislo Naranki. I don't know what these words are. Yoga. Okay, it's a different language. Okay. Guess who uploaded? Casual Geographic, the traumatizing reality of being an ant. Hell yeah. We're not watching a lot of this guy tonight. It's just this one video. We're actually mojoing tonight. My ult is ready. I've got a couple mojo videos, but I saw this one pop out, and I wanted to see it. Old unrefrigerated pie. Did that ant jump? Maybe you didn't see him. Can ants see? Or is it their, like, it's the antenna, right? Yeah? They have eyes. Oh, I was going to say, because, like, this seal's kind of fucked up. If it can't see, right? He has to jump. Unrefrigerated pie. That poor guy.
Life kind of sucks. Don't get me wrong, the gift of life is a beautiful thing and all that, but then again, none of us really asked to be here, and then one day you gain consciousness, minor character development followed, and before you could blink twice, you got student loans, a job, and taxes. All that aside though, we actually have it pretty good. I mean, we could be ants, because in the game of life,
I guess it depends where you are though.
Some of the most creatively cool game overs of any animal. To be fair, ants do have a lot going for them. They take the whole strength in numbers thing and put it on steroids.
Do ants feel pain? Do they have a nervous system? I actually don't know this. Yes? I asked my mom this once when I was young. I was like, do ants get hurt? Because that feels kind of fucked up. And I don't think my mom knew what the fuck she was talking about. She was like, I don't think they feel pain, but I think they feel like panic. Like if an ant knows that like its like leg is missing or if something's fucked up, it'll be scared of that. Does that make sense? Like it doesn't feel pain. It's just like, oh shit, I'm hurt. Your mom was right? Word? W mom. That's just stress. Yeah, kind of. How did my mom know that? My mom's really smart, but I didn't know she would know that. She's not an animal person.
resulting in a eusocial insect able to weaponize its community to take down threats hundreds of times its size, like an angry Twitter mob. The all-for-one mentality is how ants have managed to stay in the game for well over 100 million years, with today over 12,000 flavors of them seasoning virtually every part of the earth that isn't Antarctica. The problem with being so ancient is that your neighbors have had that much time to evolve around your existence, which often involves using the ants' own habits and traits against them, and trust me, you're gonna see just how ridiculous some animals got with it. Plenty of animals' grocery lists have ants on it. It'd be virtually impossible to list all of them, but here are some of the most memorable for us and traumatizing for the ants. For example, this is an ant graveyard, and most ants don't find out till it's too late. That's because the antlion is the equivalent of a Call of Duty camper that digs a funnel-shaped crater in the sand and hides in the center of it, completely invisible to the rest of the world. All it takes is one ant to step into the death trap to get sent sliding into the center.
That's so crazy.
And with the shifting sands and the antlion tracking the ant through vibrations and actively flicking up sand, the harder the ant tries to struggle, the further it slides into the pit.
Oh my god. See, that's panic. That animal is panicking. It might not get hurt, or it might not be in pain, but that's a monka's oh, fuck! Help!
Directly into the snake jaws. And considering some antlions can spend years in a stakeout, once they do grab the ant, they waste little time injecting it with venom to paralyze it, along with enzymes to digest it from the literal inside out.
Wait, they said years? That dude is sitting in a hole for years to eat one ant? No, right? That's not true. It's like he sits there and he eats ants over time, right? It's not... That's just... Never mind. I thought it was like this guy is camping for like 3 years to eat one ant. But no, he sits there and eats all ants that come through. Never mind. Isn't that what snipers do? Like, actual snipers will sit there for, like, weeks, right? Isn't that crazy?
Waste little time injecting it with venom to paralyze it, along with enzymes to digest it from the literal inside out. Which is when the ant gets its actual life essence sucked from it by the antlion drinking its liquefied insides. And once the ant serves no further purpose, the antlion yeets the violated corpse out the trap like an empty Capri Sun, and then goes back into its homicide hole to wait to feed on the next ant's mistake.
Why not eat the skin?
And if that process sounds familiar, it's cause this is bar for bar what the Sarlacc pit from Star Wars was inspired by. The worst part is,
I don't know what that is. I never saw Star Wars.
Even if the ant manages to struggle up one side of the pit, real-life Jabba will throw up sand from the center, causing the sand around it to collapse, along with the meal-prepped ant with it. A camping tremor isn't the ant's only paralysis demon. A Canthaspis patax is an assassin bug that also murks anything ant for a living. Like the antlion, that involves administering tissue-melting toxins and then slurping the life out of it. But they don't just toss out the used and abused ant carcass when they're done. The nymph gathers the soul-evacuated bodies of its victims and then wears it like a jacket.
I want a Bug Souls game. So bad. Not Hollow Knight. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, Hollow Knight. No, it's not the same. Ants are Dark Souls as hell, yeah. It's not Hollow Knight. It's not Hollow Knight. That's as close as you'll get. I think nature is especially fucked up in these little insects. Seriously.
This corpse coat helps the assassin bug carry on its ant onslaught while camouflaging.
Coney, would you get mad if I told other people online to watch your stream? Why would I get mad at that? No. I'm gatekeeping my own stream? Yeah, my chat would get mad at you. I would be delighted, actually. I love numbers going up. Come on.
It so it too doesn't get put on a t-shirt.
Have you seen the fucking sub decay? I'm back below 3K. Can you send your richest friends? Please. Your whaliest friends. Send them my way. I need help.
This is the first example of what I said about animals.
Coney, have you ever thought about trying to throw out the first pitch at an MLB game? Why? How famous do you think I am? I saw Megan Thee Stallion do that. Are you supposed to say it like that? Megan Thee Stallion? I feel weird saying the. Can I say the? That feels less formal. She did that.
Animals using the ant's habits against them. The spiders that the nymph normally would have to worry about also don't want smoke with an angry ant mafia. So scientists believe that cosplaying as an ant army keeps the underage assassin bug alive long enough to reach its adult form, when they don't need a carcass scarf to survive. But it also means that an ant's entire existence can really come down to being a part of some assassin's ensemble. I only listed 2. It gets so much worse. Forward flies are one of the biggest obstacles to an ant's pursuit of happiness.
Oh, why has he got hair? I hate animals with hair. Not like dogs. That's fur. But like when an animal has these, I hate that shit.
The point where the United States tried to weaponize the flies against them. The nightmare starts when a forward fly, which can be easily mistaken for a fruit fly, penetrates the thorax of the ant and then leaves behind an egg and then just takes off like only a destructive egg can. This doesn't kill the ant, but the events that follow make it wish it did. Because once the egg hatches, it migrates to the ant's head where it begins eating it from the inside. The victimized ant is alive for all this, but seemingly goes into a catatonic state. After a couple weeks, we're basically talking about a zombie ant getting its vessel carjacked by the fly larva.
I fucking hate insects so much. I hate bugs.
That's not hyperbole. The larva devours the ant's brain in its last chance of free will and then forces the self-imprisoned ant to just wander around aimlessly. Eventually, the larva manages to guide the ant to its ideal nursery grounds, that being some leaf litter or a crack in the soil. And in its final act, and after weeks of pretty much being locked in the sunken place, the ant's head literally divorces the rest of its body as the felony fly larva spits out enzymes that destroy the very membranes keeping the head and body together.
Why? How has this not happened to humans? I know that's like literally what The Last of Us is about, but how is there not something doing this to us? Where is the alien? Please, anything but this. Once we're done with this video, we're done with animals, all right? Then we're going to go to some fun WatchMojo posting. We're going to have a good time tonight, okay? We're just doing a little bit of homework on ants, all right? We're too big, but there's got to be big ants on some planet out in the galaxy. This shit's going to happen to us at some point. We have a very high internal body temperature. Oh, that's literally just Last of Us posting, right? That's why the mushrooms couldn't. I remember that in the first episode, and then I stopped watching it. Coney, what if you are the larva? W. If I get to sit inside a bigger thing and I get to eat its brain and then pop out fully formed, hell yeah, W. Great. Get fucked, giant ant. You're a parasite Andy, huh? Listen, I don't want to be a parasite, but if that's how I was born, I adhere to my nature, okay? It's not like I'm going to be like, oh, I'm too good for this. I'm a parasite in something else. I'm just like, I'm a noble parasite. I'm not eating this thing. He was here first. Nope, I'm a fucking tapeworm. You work for me now. I'm the captain. Hell yeah.
Spends a little more time using the disembodied head as a crib before it pupates and crawls out the long past tense ant's mouth. It's a fate that would violate the Geneva Convention, but since insects have very little rights, the United States have been trying to use forward flies in the fight against fire ants. Fire ants that were accidentally Ubered into the American Southwest in the 1930s from Brazil and have proceeded to spread worse than a TikTok trend.
Why are they called fire ants? Is it just the food thing? Or the food? Is it just like pain? Like if they bite you, it feels like fire? Is that it? Okay.
So scientists have imported forward flies as the most brutal form of population control for the fire ants that really didn't ask to be here in the first place. And apparently, the flies only subtract a small portion of the fire ants, but the threat of them drastically disrupts the colony's activities and forces them to retreat underground. To be fair, you'd be a whole lot less productive if you witnessed your neighbor's head fall off and a whole alien crawl out. On one hand, weaponizing flies is probably less destructive than mass-for-breathing pesticides like DDT. But on the other, playing God with a mind-controlling, brain-eating parasite can't possibly have a good ending.
No, I feel like this is shock and awe. This is actually just fear tactics. Like, you could just do it humanely, like, oh no, I ate poison. This is like, you go away. Or this is a head on a pike. Ant terrorism. Yeah.
But either way, it's
like,
another example of an animal that's tailored its entire existence around griefing ants. And it's not the only fly that's learned how to hoe ants for a living. Ants do this thing where they actually...
Biblical justice.
Okay, we're good. Ants often do this thing where they'll feed another ant by regurgitating into the mouth of the receiver. Okay. Oh yeah, it's nasty, like but not only are they sharing food, but ants like carpenter ants transfer proteins to help boost disease resistance and overall
Aw, that's nice.
Enter the flies. One species of South African fly figured out the signal one ant will use on its donor to initiate the food transfer. So the flies come in and use the signal touching the mouth region of the ant to force it to give up its food. And as smart as they allegedly are, the ants aren't smart enough to realize they're getting fleeced out of food by a fly, which is probably how they got the nickname the ant mugging fly.
That's not true. That can't be real. A fly shows up and just eats the food out of an ant's mouth?
Like I said, hundreds of millions of
I hate flies so much.
years is a lot of time for your ops to study your playbook and use it against you.
That's
Because when ants aren't getting trapdoored by ant lions, finessed by flies, or turned into a light flex by an assassin, ants are often the victim of some of the most complex manipulation in the entire animal kingdom. One example is how this entire butterfly's existence depends solely on deceiving ants. The Alcon blue butterfly has no weapons, no venom, no armor at all. But what they do have are pheromones that are almost identical to that produced by ant larvae. So when the caterpillar airdrops itself down to the forest floor, it's almost immediately taken in by a colony of ants. By mimicking the ant equivalent of a new baby smell, the caterpillar manages to get VIP treatment from the same ants that could turn it into coffin stuffing. The ants carry it into their nest where they feed the caterpillar like one of their own. To the point where if there's ever a food shortage, the intruder manages to savvy its way into getting priority over their actual young.
Dude, how has this not happened to us? I'm serious, dude. This is horrifying. So, like, humans are gonna get tricked one day. Right? How is there not a... Oh my god, I'm so glad we're the smartest species. Thank God.
Especially since the caterpillar's able to mimic the sound the ant queen makes.
And True Tate? That is such a roundabout, weird... I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but it's so, like... like, roundabout, right? What a...
In order to
He's
get
on
more
a different
attention.
level.
And I get that it took millions of years of trial and error to get it right. That is some wild commitment.
Yeah, that joke has
The
layers,
Alcon
right?
maintains the fraud for 2 years until one day it...
By the way, did you guys see Donald Trump was at the UFC last night? What the fuck? That dude's supposed to be in jail. What the fuck? Huh? How did he get there? I don't know. He tunneled out. Prison break. I was streaming Flash Party. But then I tweeted, I was on Twitter and I saw that shit.
It pupates and flies out the ant nursery with the ants unaware of just how hard they got played. This game plan works out so well for the butterfly that even one of the slowest animals on Earth takes a cue from them and pulls a fast one on ants. Ants love eating snail slime. I want you to remember that piece of information. It's going to be real important later. Okay. But one species of snail will purposely secrete slime in order to attract the ants who kidnap it and carry it into their nest. Since most ants will 100% eat a snail alive, at first this looks like self-subtraction with extra steps. But once carried into the ant fortress, the snail suddenly stops releasing the slime that got it there in the first place. And somehow not being seen as food gives the snail diplomatic immunity, and they're able to move around the nest untouched and even feed on the groceries the ants bring in while contributing a total of nothing. But at least with the Alcon Blue and the snail, technically no one really gets hurt.
Yeah, that's kind of cute, I guess. He just becomes like friend of the ants. And he gets to hang out in there. That's kind of cute.
But one animal manages to not only completely manipulate its ant mark, it does it in one of the most ridiculously complicated ways possible. Go get a snack if you don't have one. This finna be a novel. The jihad starts with a parasitic flatworm that enslaves the ant through mind control.
Oh,
you see the pattern here, right?
I've heard of
Completely
this.
against its will, the ant is forced by the flatworm shacking up in its brain to climb up a flower or stem and clamp its jaws around the tip of the stem, where it can wait for up to 2 months. Wait for what exactly? Basically for an animal that eats grass to come in and take the zombie ant with it.
How the fuck did any animal figure this out? This is so dumb. How did any animal figure out RNG? Kind of, yeah. Evolution go insane. But I just don't... Okay. How did a parasite figure out if I trick this ant into getting eaten by a cow, then I can be the cow. I get to take over the cow. For what? Why would you do that? What the fuck? Dude, what kind of ambition is that?
End of the road for the ant, but the parasite manages to make its way into the liver of its new host, which is probably why the flatworm is called the liver fluke. And if you think getting lodged inside a cow's liver is a dead end, then you must not have believed me when I told you how needlessly complicated this stuff gets. While feeding on whatever cow, sheep, or rabbit unintentionally murked the ant,
Oh, not the bunny. It's Easter.
fluke lays eggs that then get deuced out by the same host. Those eggs don't get to hatch until a snail comes along and eats the droppings, along with the eggs in them.
Dude, this is so fucking complicated. I hate this animal.
And it's while getting taxied by host number 3 that the eggs hatch and proceed to irritate the snail to the point where they get ejected, along with a good amount of snail slime.
I hate God for making this.
You remember what I said about snail snot and who likes to eat it? And it's once an ant feeds on the contaminated, parasite-loaded goop that this vicious cycle restarts itself. Pretty much the liver fluke's life cycle looks more like a family.
This is like an RPG upgrade tree to get a rare weapon. No, this is like a thing that you find in the game 18 years after it comes out. You know what I mean? Like on Ant Kotaku, they're like, oh, our ant scientists have just figured out what the fuck is going on. Why Terry keeps climbing the tallest stalk he can to get eaten by a bird. Scientists have just discovered why Jared wanted to get eaten by a pig so bad.
The guy cut away.
Finally.
Instead of Meg, the biggest casualty in all.
This is ants discovering BLJs. Yeah, like.
All this is an.
I saw something on Kotaku today. I think about because I follow them on Twitter. Good heavens, I'm never looking at the site. But it was like they nailed something in, I think, Mario Kart 64, which is taking like 27 years, maybe like a Wario Stadium thing. I don't know.
Ant that thought it scored an
Some
easy
kind of
meal,
tech.
but instead gets turned into an easy lick. And I know what you're thinking, and yes, there's a fungus that does the exact same thing. Ants live through The Last of Us firsthand when a cordyceps fungus infects an ant, robs it of its life choices, and then forces its new vessel to climb up high enough until it makes it clamp its vice grip
That's the
jaws
one.
around a stem,
That's the
and
one.
then
Yep.
it just stands there waiting for the sweet release of permasleep.
Oh!
And once the ant becomes a was, its withered body becomes ground zero as the fungus proceeds to explode out of it.
Oh
with
my
the fruity body growing out
God!
of the decommissioned ant's head. And from there, it spits out spores in order to continue the cycle of completely desecrating the ant's way of life. So as you can see, there are many obstacles to an ant's very existence. Taxes don't seem too bad now, huh? But by far, the biggest threat to ant survival are other ants. Ants regularly commit acts of war against other colonies, and the
Why?
outcome is just as horrific as you'd think. Apart from the mass slaughterings, ants regularly participate in slavery. When ants like the
What?
Red Formica raid enemy nests, it's not enough for them to red rum any adults that try to slow them down. They'll make off with as much of the victim colony's larvae as possible. In a season, they can abduct thousands. Back at the kidnapper's home base, the stolen children are born with no way of knowing how they got there and are conditioned to serve the colony that massacred their family.
What
the
the
kidnapped are made to
fuck?
do tasks such as maintain the nest, go out and search for food, and even look after
again,
the next generation.
make a fucking Dark Souls ant game, dude. This is like a level. This is a colony, right? This is a section.
Of baby snatchers. They'll even do that weird
This is the ant blight town.
food transfer vomiting thing I told you about to feed their own captors. But don't think for a second that the kidnappers get off scot-free.
Ants aren't easy to animate. Earth Defense Force. That game figured it out. Just do that.
Eventually, the enslaved turned on their kidnappers by hitting them where it hurts the most. A good number of the slave maker ant pupae get murked by the same slave workers that were supposed to be looking after them. This get back can delete more than half the
There's an ant section in Elden Ring. Wait, is there? Oh yeah, I forgot about the ants. There were so many enemies in this fucking game. I forgot. I hated these guys. I forgot about the ants. I remembered ants and Demon Souls, but I hated that game. Yeah, it was the well. God, there's so many enemies in this game. It's crazy. That game was so good until the last, like, third. Not even third, like fifth.
colony's children before they finish the pupal stage. And
What's your guys' game of the year? I'm curious. Mine is still Pizza Tower, I think. I'm going to do a thing at the end of June, like a check-in. RE4, yeah. Hi-Fi Rush. Prime Remaster. Ah, forgot about that one. Other, Her Loving Embrace. I've never heard of that. What the fuck? Dude, is Dredge good? I heard Dredge is not good. I heard it's like not even... It's a fishing sim? I don't know. I heard it wasn't that good. RE4 was good, but Pizza Tower was different.
become adults. And in some cases, up to 2/3 of the slavers' offspring get relieved from life. I've made this joke before, but that's Django Unchained levels of Get Back, which is why another ant figured out a safer way of griefing their ops. The Solenopsis daguerreae of South America is another parasite whose queen will infiltrate the nest of, for example, red fire ants. And instead of immediately turning the queen into a hashtag, the parasite instead steals the food intended for her, which pretty much kills the actual queen slowly. And while that's happening, the parasite queen starts spawning eggs, which the workers unknowingly take care of. And once her children are developed and ready, they fly off like a virus to infect even more colonies. The Solenopsis is such a menace that, just like with Ford flies, this parasite has been used to nerf the red fire ants that have become
Is that skin? Oh yeah,
invasive in some
he's
places.
biting.
And at this point, it's pretty clear that the ants' entire purpose is to serve the colony and by extension the queen. This means that some ants have essentially sold their souls for the ant kingdom's best interests. Soldier ants are so geared for war and nothing else that they physically can't feed themselves, and without worker ants to mama bird them, they'd starve. The cephalotes spent evolution points on a head wide enough to block
I hate that guy. God, that's so cool though. I hate the shield head ant But God, that's cool, right? Isn't that so cool? This was in Elden Ring too? Wait, really? This shit is a Reese's cup. It looked like a strawberry to me. That's so cool, man.
Entrances to their nest from intruders. Pretty dope until you realize their entire life's purpose comes down to just being a living door. All this to protect the queen who would 100% throw her colony under the bus if it benefits her. That's not speaking hypothetically either. Queen ants have been known to backdoor their own colony. Many ant colonies have more than one queen, which on paper should be a good thing since more queens means more workers, means better chance for the colony to
Dude, how come some ants got wings? That shit pisses me off.
prosper.
I
The
don't
problem
like
is the small but very real chance that
I
the
hate
workers
that
turn
shit,
on the
bro.
extra queens and take them out of power. Permanently. Queen ants seem to know this, so sometimes they'll try to be slick and purposely produce
They only fly once? Wait, are you kidding? You can only fly one time?
less eggs so that they can save their energy fighting off any disobedient
There's no way.
subordinates
You're thinking of bees.
if it ever gets to that
With
point.
stingers.
The caveat is producing less eggs and therefore less workers actually hurts the colony overall, even if it helps the one queen. The problem is the workers know it, and they can sense how fertile a queen is based on chemicals. So if the worker ants suspect that one of the queens is holding out on them, it's curtains for her.
Oh,
Ant politics means if the ant queen gets too selfish, she gets executed. But
Ant politics?
become too much of a team player with other queens in power, and the queen ant becomes completely defenseless in the case of a mutant.
What's the point of being a queen if you don't have complete control?
The process of making so many eggs means she doesn't have any energy left to defend herself. But no ant pays a higher price for being a team player than a species found in Southeast Asia. These ants don't have huge mandibles or stingers, but when their colony is under attack, then you see exactly why they were named Colobopsis explodens. They have huge glands under their
This ant is pogging. What is that?
abdomen, and as a last resort, they'll force the glands to burst and cause themselves to explode.
Why?
This act of self-subtraction
Ow!
coats the enemy in this toxic, sticky, glue-like gunk that traps the attackers while also poisoning them. The ants kamikaze themselves, but they do it for the good of the colony. And this isn't even the only way ants will voluntarily cross themselves off the census. There's a species of Brazilian ant that'll seal the entrance to their nest every night to keep possible threats out. The problem is, they use actual living ants to close the entrance from the outside. And with no way to get back in, a few brave worker ants spend the night outside the safety of the nest, and become past tense by the time the nest is opened again in the morning. But at least when these ants sign their own
Dude,
obituary,
I would
it's
hate
by
to be
choice
a
and
part
for a purpose. There is no
This is
choice
so
or
sad.
purpose to what's happening here. Two things to know about army ants. Number one, they're nomads. They don't make a permanent settled down nest and are constantly on the move. Number two is that army ants are essentially blind and rely on pheromones to get around.
Oh, they're
An ant
fucked
mill
then.
like this
What?
happens when a small party of ants gets separated from the rest of the foraging group, and while lost, they begin to start following each other. And with no way of knowing
God.
they're going in an endless circle, you see exactly why this has been called the death spiral. They just keep going until they eventually pass tense to pure exhaustion. And not all ant mills are this small.
That's
One of the first death
crazy.
spirals ever seen was about 1,200 feet across. For the non-Americans, that's about 365 meters. And for the Americans with no concept of distance like me, that's more than 3 football fields. And apparently it took each ant 2.5 hours just to complete one lap. And out of all the disturbing ways ants get logged out of life, this might be the worst one. Mindlessly
That's so fucked up.
marching in a circle, blindly following the guy in front of you until your number eventually gets called. Yeah, it's the worst one because for some people, it's the most relatable. And on that note, that's gonna do it for this video.
I hate ants. Would our life be that much worse if every ant died right now? Like, I know that they, like, feed birds or whatever, but, like, there are a lot of other bugs, right? Yes? Are you sure? Like, I don't know how many zoologists I have in chat. Choose ants or flies? I'd rather have ants. Can we get rid of flies? I think you could get rid of mosquitoes, right? Isn't that what people are doing now? They're trying to figure out if we could wipe out mosquitoes. Surely we could get rid of mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are pointless, yeah. Okay. All right, I got some Mojo for you. We're going to watch some Mojo, but first I got to pop an ad. I gave you 2 snoozies. You didn't even know for the ant posting. If you don't want some ads, you got a Prime. Drop a Prime. I didn't even say it one time. Go below the stream. Drop that Prime. Send it right now. Only $4.99 a month. And it's free to do if it's not $4.99 a month. Use the Prime. Or, you know, maybe you'll catch a gifty. I don't know. Maybe you'll get lucky. See you guys soon. Goodbye. Goodbye, I said. Run the ad. Feel so self-conscious. When I hit the add button, it doesn't go right away. I feel like I'm, like, naked. It's like they still see me. Don't look. You're not supposed to see this. Thank you, The League. Thank you, that Hondo guy. Thank you, Stick Grub. Thank you, Doonards. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. For the people that are still here, this is our... Do you want to see our lineup? I don't think I'm going to show you the lineup. I think you guys would rather see it as it comes up. It's fun as a surprise, right? I think it's a fun surprise. Thank you for the 5 gifties, Godoif. Oh, dude, this just got published. Top 20 worst superhero video games. Number 1 is Superman, right? It has to be. Yeah. What's number 2? Oh, this Batman game. This is for the GameCube, right? Dark Tomorrow. Is this Freedom Force? Kick-Ass had a game? I didn't know that. It was awful. Okay.
Most of the time.
Midnight Suns. What is Hulk doing?
Number 10.
Hulk was going a little foolish there. Bro was going crazy. Who was that?
Get us started on the boss fight.
Who's that? Do I have any Marvel friends here? Thank you, Endymius. Coney, as the resident vet in chat, most insects are useless. Thank you. At least there's one vet here. That's Cheesebo? I don't think that's a cheese, man. Cheeser. Pizza Modoc. Is that guy really cheese? That's Iron Man. No, it's not. Who is that? I'm serious. That's the guy from RE3. Nemesis? Fing Fang Foom. Looks racist. Shuma? That's not Shuma. Does nobody know who that is?
The only semi-enjoyable part of this experience is the kart racing minigames during loading screens. Yeah.
What?
You know you've messed up when the Fantastic Four...
Oh, is this the PS1 Batman game with the Mortal Kombat graphics?
Unfortunately,
Get him,
Batman
Robin.
Forever doesn't
Ow.
come close to capturing either.
He has the fucking Mortal
and
Kombat
fast-paced
uppercut.
gameplay. Unfortunately, Batman Forever doesn't
shit
come
is
close
so
to
funny
capturing
to me.
either. The sluggish...
Mortal Kombat uppercuts are funny in any game. Because it's like 2 hits, it's like... If I ever make an FMV fighting game, which would be very fun to do, I'm gonna add one of those. Those are so funny.
Pace at which you traverse level, Batman
Is this Super Nintendo? I thought it was PS1. I don't think that you could do this on Super
Forever
Nintendo.
is defined by its
No,
flat...
you could never do this. Yeah, this is Batman Forever, PS1. This is not Super Nintendo. You're kidding. I played it on Genesis. No, you fucking didn't. No, you didn't. God damn! My bad. I was literally like, wow, they couldn't have done that on the Super Nintendo. And then I remembered that it's Mortal Kombat. They did Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Okay, never mind. My bad. This makes it...
only had time to make are a few glimmers in its cuts.
What the hell are you supposed to be?
Video games based on an incomprehensible camera, except
I feel like
the poorly
superhero games
realized
should be mad
responsibility
easy, except Superman.
to make a good.
Wait,
Any
Spider-Man?
published comments below.
Spider-Man was always pretty good, at least. I hated that Catwoman game. I thought they were all pretty good. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Wait, what? WatchMojo literally uploaded the same video twice. Look at this. Top 10 mascots that don't exist anymore. Okay. Top 10 mascots that don't exist anymore. It's the same title. I only know this because we're watching this one tonight. I was going to watch this one, but now I don't know if I watch this one or the other one. That's crazy. Is it the same video? Hold on, I'll work this into the intro. I'll work this into the intro. All right. Coney, have you seen the Mario movie? Yeah, it was good. By the way, what the fuck is up with this? Sonic versus Mario? What does that mean? Got 38K views. L. What the fuck? Thank you, Dr. POTUS. Is that a death battle? Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Wiggler, for the Prime. Thank you, Not Phineas. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay. God, it looks so good now with the new laptop. It looks amazing. It's fantastic. Okay. Fellas, welcome back to another episode of WatchMojo, the only place on the internet where you can find the hottest top 10 list. Not WatchMojo.com, the Coney stream, where I could go over lists like the top 20 worst superhero games, the top 10 mascots that don't exist anymore, the top 10 funniest Stewie Griffin cutaways, the top 10 actors who were traumatized by movies, which I guess was Bob Hoskins kissing this animated woman. She was... Never mind, I'm not going to finish that joke. Which I guess, editor, cut it before that, please. Top 10 actors who were traumatized by movies. Top 20 hardest Mario levels. Oh, wait. I kind of want to watch that one. That wasn't on my list. Top 10 hilarious anime deaths. Ha 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 ha. So funny. Or the top 10 mascots that don't exist anymore. See, editor, I want you to cut that to make it funny. Like, because I've read the same video name twice. Don't keep this part. Don't explain the joke on YouTube. You know what you're doing. It doesn't work on YouTube. I need one more funny example for the list. Sesame Street controversial episode. I think that's good. Sonic versus Mario. All right. Editor, make me funny. Yeah. You got to take all that shit I just gave you and make it sausage. All right. That's right. WatchMojo. Wait, which one do I want to do? We're going to do this one. All right. That's right. The Coney stream is the only... That's right. The Coney YouTube is the only... God damn it. That's right. The Coney YouTube is the only place to answer such questions, like the top 10 weirdest video game endings of all time. Let's take a look what I have to say with my list of the top 10 weirdest video game endings. By the way, the thumbnail for this... Hold on. The thumbnail for this? Pretty good. That one's probably number one, right? Dog ending has to be number one. It must be. Surely.
No.
I love the dog ending.
My bad. Oh.
Have you guys ever played Conker's Bad Fur Day? It's like weird. The guy that does Conker's voice is like weirdly, I don't even know how to put it. He's like strangely like covetous with his voice and kind of nasally. It's like kind of weird. No, it looks bad. It is bad. It's aged very poorly.
Yeah. That should do it.
He's like too breathy.
Welcome to WatchMojo.
It's gross.
And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 weirdest endings in video games.
Do you remember this place?
Isn't this ending like half an hour long?
Of course.
I remember beating this game and I was mad as hell because I had to watch a movie. And I didn't appreciate it at the time, but if you watch this again now, it's kind of like, it's an aware moment.
Where we first met.
For this list, we'll be looking at video game conclusions that left us baffled and
What is
befuddled,
that?
whether they were canonical endings or secret ones. If there's a bizarre ending that made your jaw drop to the floor that we didn't include, let us know in the comments.
Did anybody know what game
Number
that was?
10, Epilogue, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
I mean, this doesn't count. This whole game is supposed to be weird. I'm skipping
That's
this.
the complete
This is...
Giant news article. Find a computer fourth wall break. Number
I'm
9,
not counting Stanley Parable.
a simulation, Metal Gear Solid 2.
Spoilers! Uh-oh! Spoiled that one. Whoopsie daisy. You should have played this game by now.
Sons of Liberty.
I'm looking away. Whatever, dude. You weren't gonna play it anyway. This shit has been over. This game came out 22 years ago. Get on it. You know Doug's brother made Stanley Parable, right? What? You're kidding. Are you you're not kidding. You're fucking serious? That's real? I'm sending it to him on Discord right now. If you just made me harass him for no reason, I'm going to be so mad at you. I'm so curious now. Is that real? No way.
Davey.
What the fuck? They are look at them. What the fuck is that? Really? Holy shit. What a cool family. Content siblings. Yeah, but in different ways, right? Holy shit. That's so cool. Oh my god. I bet their dad is smart as hell. He has to be, right? Those parents must be smart as hell producing these two. Their mom's a doctor? What the fuck? You think she's a content doctor? Like House? You think she's just a regular boring doctor?
Metal Gear.
What would a content doctor do? That seems kind of bad, actually. I don't think I would want that. TikTok doctor? I don't think TikTok has doctors. TikTok has nurses, and a lot of them. And they be dancing. If I only watch TikTok, I'd be like, damn, nurses get down a lot. Nurses are never been. Yo! What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck? That's crazy. Holy shit. That's unbelievable. That's so cool. Today, YouTube, we see how many needles we can leave in this patient without them noticing. You keep coming out with new shots. You just keep giving them shots until they tell you to stop. Don't worry, it's just water. Can you inject water? Not into a vein. They would die. But could you, like, inject... Is there some... Oh, my God, that's gross. Is there anything you could inject into somebody repeatedly forever without them, like, getting hurt? Blood, maybe? No, that's too much. That's like how you get a cardiac arrest. Saline? Ah, that's it. So you just keep doing shots of saline. Today, I went into my clinic and shot this guy up with 50 shots of saline. I wanted to see how far I could go before he told me to stop. 3 hours of saline? No, chat, air is... Do not inject air. That's apparently the worst way to die. Apparently it's bad. That's a Mr. Beast video? No, it's not. That's the anti-Mr. Beast. Glad you're not a content doctor. Yeah, thank God for that.
Solid might seem like your standard
Coney
politics.
giving me irrational fears? You're going to look up and your doctor is Mr. Beast? Just keep putting saline in your arm over and over?
Heavy action thriller series. But it's actually an incredibly strange franchise. Sons of Liberty reaches peak weirdness with its ending. Raiden, the character you've been playing as, has been on a mission
they start
that
talking
is really
about
a
April,
simulation.
right?
Unbeknownst to him, he was being used by the Patriots, a secret organization to test this simulation known as the S3 plan.
This music.
The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry.
Basically, the S3 plan was intended to create a soldier on par with Solid Snake. After finding out that bonkers twist, you then have to fight Solidus Snake. Yes, different character.
Solidus was kind of cool, actually. Also, he's the president, and he's got, like, Doc Ock arms. Solidus is cool as hell, dude. I like him.
Who is also the president of the U.S. It's very complicated, and we're still scratching our heads over it all these years later.
I know.
Number 8, fourth wall breaking and sorrow drowning.
Dude, this game's fucked up at the end. I said this game isn't good, and I stand by that. It aged very bad, but the ending is weird.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
It's just all, like, movie references. Alien? Yeah, this movie has Alien, or this game has Alien, Saving Private Ryan, Dracula, Matrix. This game is terrible. I don't think it's terrible. I don't remember it being terrible. I don't think it's good, but the game's ending is just parody overload. Yeah, it's weird because, like, this game is pretty fun, and then you get to the end, and it's just Matrix into Alien. Like, it's really weird.
As is fitting of the violent, raunchy storyline, the ending
Oh, yeah,
of Conker's...
so this is actually the ending. Hold on. So you open up the lock, and then he comes back, and then this happens. And then the game makes you think that it froze, and then he just climbs out of the suit and leaves. And his girlfriend is dead, and now he's mad.
As is fitting of the violent, raunchy storyline, the ending of Conker's Bad Fur Day is completely out there. As Conker faces off against the Xenomorph knockoff final boss, the game freezes just before he meets his end. Conker, surprised the game is locked up, speaks to the developers and promises to keep the little hiccup a secret if they help him finish the alien.
All right, yeah. Hello. Right. Here's the plan.
After slicing its head off with a katana, Conker's crowned king. The game
Honestly,
ends more
dude?
somberly with Conker drinking away his sorrows from the death of his girlfriend Berry and imparting a lesson to cherish what you have. We wouldn't expect a game with a poop monster to end on such a poignant note, but there you have it.
Honestly, this shit kind of banged in the 90s. Fourth wall break funny? It actually was. I know we're calling it a Marvel moment now, but back then, that was kind of neat. Like, people laugh at Borderlands and, like, you know, obnoxious, like, Rick and Morty over-explaining humor or whatever, but, like, that shit hit for a while. I loved that shit. It was novel. It was different. Now it's just any hack can do it, but...
And you don't really know what it
was
is you
pretty
have.
good. Thank you, Captain.
Until it's gone.
Number 7, Beckett's Assault, Fear 2 Project Origin.
I don't know this one.
Without Alma, I don't have any leverage. Without leverage, I don't have a future.
In the original Fear, the powerful psychic spirit Alma Wade appeared to players as a little girl.
Oh, wait. I do know this one. Oh my god. When did this come out?
Have any leverage.
Oh. Oh, no. How do I put this? I mean, WatchMojo is gonna be pretty... They're gonna delicately, like... They're gonna be delicate around this, right? It's on WatchMojo. What happened? You'll see.
Leverage, I don't have a future.
In the original Fear, the powerful psychic spirit Alma Wade appeared to players as a little girl.
So basically in the Fear franchise, there's a girl that has psychic powers that is being experimented on by the US government or something, and she's like Samara from The Ring. Am I saying that right? I've never played these fucking games. I just sort of know the plot. And this is the second game.
However, she can change her appearance at will and looks much more adult in the second game. Towards the end of the sequel, the player's character, Michael Beckett, is sealed inside a room called the Telesthetic Attunement Chamber and strapped to a machine that makes him experience visions. While that's happening, Alma assaults him. That would be disturbingly weird enough, but when Beckett comes to, Alma appears to already be pregnant. Placing Beckett's hand on her belly, you hear a child creepily say, "Mommy." We don't know what direction we expected this game to go in, but it wasn't this.
Yeah, so a ghost slept with you and you made her pregnant. We're going to cut this from the YouTube video, I think. Although it's on WatchMojo, right? Yeah, something like that. You got a ghost pregnant. Yeah. Yeah. We need to cut that one.
Number 6, The Real World, The Witness.
Is this game good? Be honest. Don't lie to me. Be real. No, man, no, sort of no. Jonathan Blow is a fucking hack. Ain't even no point to the game. Ain't even no point to the game. You never run out of go back in time,
The premise of this
Juice.
first-person puzzler is simple. Walk around an island solving increasingly difficult line puzzles. However,
If you're
you can
stupid, no. Damn! Called all you guys stupid.
unlock a secret ending right at the beginning of the game, and it's definitely weird. After completing the proper puzzles, you'll walk on a narrow path surrounded by nothingness. Eventually, you'll see through the eyes of Jonathan Blow, the game's director and lead designer.
Oh, he was the witness the whole time. Oh.
It begins with him waking up next to a jar of urine and removing various medical devices. We watch as he walks around his home, interacting with items in seemingly random ways and even falling down at one point. It ends with him lying down on a bench on his patio looking at the sky. Color us confused.
Okay, what does that mean? Does any chatter know what he meant by this? Nothing? There has to be he fucking dies. The Looker ending is much better. I love The Looker. That game was funny. He meant nothing. Dude, you know what sucks? I love Braid. I think Braid is fantastic. I still think about some of the passages in Braid regularly. I love Braid. This, though? You couldn't pay me. Straight up.
Number 5, a French music video, MDK.
What? What the fuck?
MDK follows janitor Kurt Hectic, who teams up with a mad scientist and a robotic six-legged dog named
there's
Max
a dog,
to stop an
too.
alien
I remember
invasion.
MDK.
So yeah, it was already pretty weird, and yet the ending still threw us for a loop. After Max and Kurt defeat the final boss and escape, you might expect a scene of celebration for their victory.
Yeah.
But after cutting to black, we're instead treated to a music video.
If I wasn't French, I'd be so mad. I would think I got a cursed copy of the game. Did I get this shit at a yard sale?
Specifically, it's a black and white version of French rock group Billy Z Kick's Non Non Ryan Nine Change.
Wait a minute. I can explain this. Who published this game? Oh, fuck. I thought it was Ubisoft. L. I really thought it was Ubisoft.
You'll also see the game's
Never mind.
characters playing along on various instruments, as well as footage from the game's promotional video.
Big L.
Why? Who knows, but at least the song's catchy. Number 4, Giant Babies, Drakengard.
It's the end! The end!
And yet you do not pray.
To whom? What god can help us now?
This fantasy action RPG starts off normally enough.
Wait, is this the Neo game? Not Neo. Nier. Was this the game that started Nier, right? Nier Automata. It was Drakengard, then Nier. This is Yoko Taro, right?
Two kingdoms are at war, and the prince of the losing side partners with the dragon for vengeance.
Yeah.
There are 5 possible ways to wrap up the story, 2 of which go in directions no one could have guessed. Both
Yeah.
see the incursion of the Watchers, evil beings from...
I'd be so mad, dude. Imagine you live in New York City and you see this. You look out your window, there's just a giant pregnant lady with that belly out there. You can't even get over the Brooklyn Bridge. I'd be mad as hell. My house! It's in Japan? Oh, phew. I watch this shit on the news. Hey, yo, big baby over here! Yo, that lady's big. She ate a ball. She isn't pregnant. Wait, don't spoil it. I'm still watching this. Only in New York.
an alternate dimension. Only the Watchers resemble giant babies. There's nothing quite like seeing massive infants flying around causing chaos.
Now that's a big apple. Oh, they fly too. They're flying big babies. Okay.
In the 5th ending, protagonist Kame and his dragon pal follow the leader of the Watchers through a portal into modern-day Tokyo.
It is
That's not
Tokyo,
weird enough
good.
for you. Kame then defeats her through a rhythm game before being shot down by the Japanese Air Force.
Huh? What? He beat the big pregnant lady. Did they want her to give birth? Was she on the government side? I guess that's like an 8th wonder of the world. Think of the tourism. I would go see the big baby. This is the canonical ending. Oh, of course it is. Yeah, great. Awesome.
Number 3, The King of Limbo, Limbo of the Lost.
What is this? What the fuck is this game?
This notoriously bad point-and-click adventure game follows real-life Captain Benjamin Briggs as he navigates Limbo. It's now remembered for 2 things: stealing environments and assets from other games, which naturally led to it being pulled from
This game is insane. I've never heard of this.
shelves, and an insanely bizarre ending.
I tell you what, let's sing. Well, it's I to see Briggs safe and sound.
Once Captain Briggs' journey is over, he's met with a celebration in his
Cool.
honor. Various characters from the game, from humans to monsters, gather to sing a saloon-style song about his adventure. Not only does it come completely out of left field, but it sounds like every character is voiced by the same person. We have a lot of questions.
This game also has an aware moment. I used to play these games a lot on my stream, like shitty FMVs, or not FMVs, but like point-and-click stuff. I love Phantasmagoria. I never have heard of this.
It's about the development of this game, but chief among them is why it ends on a crappy musical number.
I think that we should be
Harvester,
the King of Limbo.
Number 2, The Dog Behind It All.
Wait, this is number 2? Then what's number 1?
Silent Hill 2.
He's looking for the you that isn't you.
BioShock Infinite? No. Well, I mean, maybe, actually.
Because he's kind.
Mario 2? No, come on.
Of the 6 possible endings to
That's
Silent
just the
Hill
dream
2,
shit.
2 were meant to be jokes.
By the way, what ending did you guys get? I got In Water.
But the dog ending,
which I think is a good ending. Like, that's a fitting ending, right?
Far surpassed the UFO one in popularity and peculiarity. This ending is actually a bit difficult to get, as it requires unlocking other ending peculiarities.
That dog is so proud.
This ending
he
is
did everything.
actually
And
a
look
bit
at the
difficult
wiggle.
to get.
Yeah, gotcha. Get fucked, James. Your wife is dead. Wait, did his wife die? Wait a minute. Wait, in this ending, what's the... Yeah, wait. Like, did the dog do it? The Shiba is so pleased. Okay, so in this ending, he still killed his wife. Spoilers, I guess. Okay, so in this ending, the wife is still dead. Okay.
As it requires unlocking other endings first. You'll then be able to find a special key at a doghouse, which will let you into the observation room at the Lakeview Hotel.
Okay. She's technically been dead. Then what's the dog doing? Is he just controlling the town? Why doesn't he put a giant, naked, pregnant lady? Put that shit in Silent Hill. That would be a representation of my fears. I get, and most other people. I don't know where I'm going with this bit.
You'll find a Shiba Inu with a headset and monitors pulling
-2.
levers.
Yeah, we're
the
gonna
dog
cut
is the
that
one
one.
responsible for causing you so much
there's
trouble.
somewhere to go
James
there.
breaks down at the realization, and the dog.
I was trying to go
lovingly
somewhere
licks
with
his face.
Silent
The
Hill
credits
being a
roll, set to
manifestation of the
goofy
person that
song
goes
with
there.
dog barks.
I love this.
Before we unveil our top pick,
did
here
it
are
all.
a few honorable mentions. To the Moon.
Do you think Blooper puts this in the remake? Yes, they have to. By the way, it's Bloober Team with a B. Bloober Team. Yeah, I think they would do that.
Portal 2. After banishing Wheatley to the moon, turrets sing you a song.
I don't think that's really weird, is it? Isn't this GLaDOS kind of showing her appreciation or whatever? This is GLaDOS controlling
You're a
all the
virus in a
things.
computer simulation. Star Ocean till the end of time.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
The otherworldly enemies attacking your dimension are antivirus.
Now that's a
programs.
spoiler.
Now that they've developed
That's
minds
cool, though.
equal to our own, how are they any different?
That
from
was
us?
my number 1.
The evidence is clear. It's
What
getting
is
harder
number
and
1?
harder to
I'm like-
interfere in their dimension as we please. Doesn't that prove that they've become equals?
A noble sacrifice near Automata. Ending E asks you to delete your data.
Ending
to aid
E?
other players.
I beat that game in 6 hours. I thought that was it. I'm glad I stopped at A. Thank God. I never would have done that shit. Why would you ever delete your save data? What for? You did not beat that game. Yes, I did. I got an ending. That means I beat the game. I didn't beat it all the way through. I didn't 100% it, but I still beat it. Shut the fuck up. I stopped at W. Does it go A, B, C, D, E? Do you have to beat it 26 times? There's no way, right? No. Okay. F through Z are all joke endings. Good. Okay. Just like you beat Castlevania. I did! Dracula won! I got the okay, if you're watching this on YouTube, my chat thinks I did not beat Symphony of the Night because at the end of Symphony of the Night, if you're 100%ing it, he flips the castle, and it's all an illusion. You kill Richter, or whoever's at the end, and then he flips the castle. And I didn't want to keep playing because I was 100%ing it. I was like, I'm done. So I beat the game. I just got the bad ending. Dracula wins. Did you kill Dracula? I killed a vision of Dracula, I think. I think I killed, like, an apparition. My Alucard is stupid. In my headcanon, Alucard is stupid, and he thinks he killed Dracula, and then he left. I got the bad ending. Stupid. Shut up.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to
Me when I get to the first castle in Mario and I beat the game. I killed King Bob-omb! I beat the game! If you want to 100% it, you beat Koopa the Quick. That's it. As long as I kill King Bob-omb, it's over.
To get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos.
Bad ending.
Or
Bowser
all of
keeps
them.
Peach.
If you're on your phone,
you got the
make
bad
sure you go
ending.
into
Hey,
your settings.
any game can have a bad ending if you want it to, right? Sonic the Hedgehog, you beat Green Hill Zone, and you're just like, whew, I'm tired. Eggman can have the rest of the kingdom. I don't care. I'm keeping Green Hill Zone safe. That's it.
And switch on notifications.
What's number one? I'm actually curious. You think it is Bioshock Infinite? I mean, that's not... I can't think of anything... Bioshock Infinite isn't weird. It's just stupid. I can't think of anything weirder than the dog ending.
Number 1, Internet Beings.
I think I've heard this before, but I don't remember it. Indigo Prophecy is, I think, the first David Cage game.
Indigo Prophecy.
This game whips ass. I tried playing it once and I hated it.
Is revealed to me the answer to all questions. And
David Cage is cheating.
Indigo Child. What an ironic.
His first one was Omicron? Oh, okay.
Also known as Fahrenheit, Indigo Prophecy follows Lucas Kane, who murders someone while possessed.
Whoa.
With 2 detectives on the case, the majority of the game is a mystery you're trying to unravel. But when it's time for the climax, all that goes out the window.
Okay. Is he the internet? No!
As it turns out, a Mayan oracle was responsible for the murder and several others in an attempt to locate a prophetic child that can grant unlimited power.
Okay.
The oracle works with the Orange Clan, a secret world-controlling organization.
Uh-huh.
They're not the only ones looking for the child. There's also the Purple Clan, AI beings from the internet who want to freeze the world. There are different endings, but they all branch from this insanity.
Freeze the world?
What are you thinking about, Lucas?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all.
Wait, is that it? That doesn't fucking count. You didn't explain it. You can't just be like, there are also some other weird endings. Look it up, I guess. Yeah, what makes it... I can't keep this up. I have to... No, we're going to go back a little bit. I'm not trying to show Cassie. I'm going to get demonetized. Look it up? No. They want me to do that. I'm not doing that shit. I actually do want to know what the most violent video... The most violent video game ever is definitely Mortal Kombat 11. It has to be. That game is fucked up. Doom 2? No. Or Doom... Hold on. It's MK11.
Awesome.
I'm not watching this whole video. Oh, this must have come up on my autoplay because I'm 17 minutes in. It's MK11. Okay, it's just the whole series. Cheating. All right, what's number 2? Postal? I guess. What's number 3? Doom. What's number 4? God of War. Okay, yeah. Number 5. Oh, I can't show this. This is Thriller Killer, I think. This was an arcade game. which I don't think was that bad in now, but in hindsight. Yeah, I don't think that one was pretty bad back then. All right, shut up, everybody. I've had enough video games. It's time for the top 10 worst auditions on America's Got Talent. And do you want to know why we're watching this? Because the thumbnail had a chicken. I want to see the chicken. Show me the chicken, please.
Miss Trish like fish.
Welcome.
Wait, is that? I did not know she was on this show. Huh.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting.
That's the third show I've seen her on.
Down our picks for the
OG Bill Clinton kid. She was on the superhero show. She was on this.
Top 10 worst auditions on America's Got Talent.
God, dude, that was such a cool part, like, era of the stream. I miss watching that show.
Ooh, young enough.
For this list, we'll be looking at auditions that were either terrible or the contestants had a horrible attitude on stage.
Baby.
Did we miss your favorite infamous contestant? Make sure to let us know in the comments.
Show me the chicken. Come on.
Number 10, Mr. Special. Mr. Special knew he wanted to be an entertainer since he was 5 years old, but it turned out his dreams just weren't up to the America's Got Talent standards. He got buzzed 3 times and made the judges pretty angry with his attitude.
And make something of your life!
Wait. That's cheating! What do you mean? He didn't hit the fucking button. Sharon?
He ended up getting...
That's a chicken? Yeah, wait a minute. There is a chicken here. That's not the chicken I wanted. It's a different guy. Yeah, Howie was enthralled.
He got buzzed 3 times and made the judges
Howie was like,
angry.
wait, I want to hear this guy out. Do you ever see people like this and you're like, damn, if you were born like 20 years later, you could have been a Twitch streamer and probably very successful. If you're just an E-clown instead of a regular clown, you might pop off. If this guy had a Twitch channel and he just dressed up like a chicken, but he was like 20, you know?
With his attitude.
And make something of your life!
Wait.
He ended up getting booed and had to be kicked off the stage by Nick Cannon, but it still gave him enough time to declare his love for Sharon Osbourne.
I've always had the hots for you, Sharon!
This is pay money Wubby.
Enough time to declare his love for Sharon
right?
Osbourne.
Like, this is actually a wrong generation moment. This could be Wubby, like, if he was just born earlier.
Osbourne.
I've always had the hots for you, Sharon!
Right?
If you can't get enough of Mr. Special...
God is cruel.
You can check out his YouTube channel where he made a few special videos back.
Oh, never mind. He's on YouTube.
In the day.
Mr. Special Turkey.
Number 9, Noteworthy. When your Glee audition goes slightly wrong. Noteworthy, who came from the University of California, Berkeley, had high hopes that came crashing down after they failed to impress the judges.
I hate acapella.
They decided to sing Lady Gaga's Poker Face and came well prepared.
Damn, they hate that shit. Oh my God, this would hurt. Think of the damage this would do to your psyche. The audience hates that, dude. They're not even the judges.
They
love everything.
Performance included actual choreography.
Cool. This just sounds like all other acapella to me. It's fine.
But as far as their voices
Sounds
go,
fine to me.
Piers Morgan buzzed them as the audience chanted their disappointment. The rest of the judges agreed that this audition wasn't good enough to be let through. Morgan went as far as calling them annoying little gits and sent them back to their school. Brutal.
Wait. Why is it America's Got Talent and we got
sent them back
two
to their
Brits
school.
on the panel?
Brutal.
Wait a minute. I never thought about that. Simon Cowell used to do this too. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Howie's Canadian? Wait, what? How do they know? What are they doing up there? Howard Stern should be the only judge. What is this imported talent? No wonder this show sucks. Yeah, I liked those guys. Come on, bring them back.
Number 8, Anthony Pinoso. Lawyer Anthony Pinoso.
1, 2. That's not Jennifer Lopez, right? Look at the Dunkin' Donuts ad placement. It is so front and center. I love it when a place has the cup like perfectly rotated, you know? I love that. That's Mel B. I don't know who Mel B is. That's Heidi Klum. She's German. Spice Girl, so she's British. Dude, I feel like we're getting to the core of a conspiracy here. What the fuck? There's something going on here. This is weird. Huh.
Pinoso may have had a bad audition, but he did manage to break an AGT record in the process. It's alleged that he holds the record for the quickest red buzzer in AGT history.
Why?
Young enough to know a good thing when I see one.
Okay, so this guy just can't sing. That's it.
Now, that means something, doesn't it? Despite Pinoso's passion for singing, he got booed very badly and got all 4 buzzers.
Very badly?
It didn't stop him from continuing to sing his song even after it was clear that no one wanted him to continue.
Isn't this show kind of fucked up? Like, I know it's clearly but like, imagine like being in the audience and this guy is singing and he's not very good and the whole audience is just going, boo! They sometimes have like vignettes before, right, where they show stuff and it's like, yeah, I'm doing this for my mom. She's really sick. She's in the hospital right now, but it's always been my dream to be an entertainer. Carry my, boo! Be with your parents! It's so sad, man.
Run and run around.
Your man does not give up.
Look, he has a lovely, supporting, significant other there with him too. Look at that.
Simon had to beg him to stop, but at least Pinoso's
These shows are
25
fucked
years
up,
younger
man.
wife was backstage cheering him on.
Howie, if that's not something to sing about, nothing is.
Number 7, Ione Jackson.
Oh, a magician.
You know you don't have a flattering audition when the judges buzz each other's buttons to get you to stop performing.
No, I want to see
Ione
this.
Jackson
No, do
was
the
the
magic.
stripping magician
What?
who made Howie Mandel's ring disappear, changed his clothes relatively quickly, and of course,
That's a cool talent. I can't do that. It takes me a while.
danced while taking his shirt off.
I'm sexy and I know it.
He wore a shirt. A shirt with nipples on it to tear. Why would he
Jackson
do that?
got
That's
buzzed
pretty
in
meta.
a matter of seconds. Howard Stern ended up pressing the buzzer for Mandel, who was on stage helping him with the ring disappearing part of the audition. The
Dude.
buzzer for Mandel, who was on
Fuck Howard Stern for this. This guy's a shock jockey. He's like the lowest common denominator, like working blue guy. You can't tell me you're above this. What a fucking hater. Howard Stern, of all people, buzzing you for doing some crass lowbrow shit. This fucking guy? What a piece of shit. But at least he's American. I think. I don't know. I didn't see Private Parts. Why is Nick Cannon
on
cringing
stage
at
helping
this?
him with the ring
By the
disappearing.
way-
Stern ended up pressing the
Hold
buzzer
on.
for Mandel.
Yeah, I'm sick of Nick Cannon. I've had enough of this guy. I hate this fucking guy. It's always weird to me because I'll watch like not Dancing with this, but like I watched Masked Singer a little bit. Terrible show. And Nick Cannon hosts that too. And like Nick Cannon is on record saying that he hates white people, I think, or something like that. And then he goes up and he like daps up Rudy Giuliani. He's like, Rudy, my man, you had a great performance, but unfortunately you're gone. Why are we acting all buddy-buddy now? What the fuck? Huh? He did? You haven't seen that? He's doing his job? Yeah, but you can't say that shit. Hold on. Wait a minute. Rudy Giuliani, Masked Singer. Yeah, that happened. This show is fucked up, by the way. If you've never seen this show. Yeah, he dapped up Ninja, too. This show is actually, I've talked about this before. If you guys remember on Panda, we had a regular series called Who Do You Main? Which is literally like we just show somebody a guy as like, what character do you think this guy mains? And I got that idea from modern game shows because they're so fucking bad. You're literally just like, there's one show that's like, which one of these two people do you think is a good singer? And it shows you two people, and then you're like, I don't know, that guy. And then he starts singing, and he's bad. It's like, oh, you lost. Modern game shows are just like pointing at something, and it's a 50-50. You're just coin flipping. And I was like, I bet we could make a panda video out of that. And then we did. I can see your voice. Yup, that's what it's called. It's so... They always think the fat guy can't sing. Yup. Like, that guy's a little heavy, so I bet he's bad. And then they're always good.
Welcome back to the Masked Singer, the good, the bad, and the cuddly. Yeah. The votes are in. And the first...
What? This show is fucked up. This looks like Gary's mod. They look like they're about to do a death run. Why is the astronaut a rabbit?
Singer of this round.
This was on airwaves across America. Yeah, this was on primetime. This is Fox. But anyway, here's him dapping up Rudy Giuliani. Oh, yeah, the audience all says take it off. This is, yeah. There you go. I love the camera cuts. Al Roker.
Oh my goodness! Former Associate Attorney General, former Mayor of New York City.
Is that Robert Duvall?
No, that's not Robert Duvall.
Rudy Giuliani!
Ken Jeong? No, that's not him.
Hey, no.
I remember Ken Jeong got in some shit because he walked off the show here. It was like a political statement. Why the fireworks?
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah, Ken was pretty mad. But like Ken, you're on the Fox network. Come on. You know what
Idea. Wow. This is
based Ken Jeong actually. I saw Ken Jeong's penis the other day. I watched The Hangover for the first time and his penis is in that movie. You ever see that movie? It was actually pretty good. It holds up.
Definitely something I never would
Look at his face. That was like his first movie, right? Where he like really blew up.
Okay. Well, Mr. Giuliani, with all of the controversy that's surrounding you right now, I think it...
Oh, yeah. This was like when the nation was embroiled in turmoil, let's say. Oh.
Surprises us all that you're here on The Masked Singer. Why?
Maybe he didn't dap up Rudy Giuliani, which is like...
Me too.
As the one guy that he didn't show love
to. Decide to do this?
Well, I guess the main reason is I just had a granddaughter, Grace, and I want her to unlikely. And I think if anything...
Wait, does he do it?
A lot of absolutely. I...
Did it for your granddaughter. There's no difference. And for all, put your hands together.
Ken Jeong is mad. Holy shit.
Formerly known as the Jack in the Box. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Rudy Giuliani.
Damn, Nick did not dap him up. I really thought he did. Nick definitely was just, all right. He really sang Bad to the Bone? How fucking on the nose do you have to be to sing Bad to the Bone while you're in part of like a political controversy, like a coup, right? Like, what the irony is dead. Yeah, wait, what? This is so weird. The Borat 2 stuff. Yeah, the Borat 2 stuff was at the same time with the woman and... Oh my God. Holy shit, dude. Culture is fucked up. We're in the end game. This is nasty. Yeah, Sarah Palin came. Yeah, she was on this show too. Anyway, we're back to the original video.
Mandel, who was on stage helping him with the ring
Thank you,
disappearing
Mango
part
Pie.
of the audition.
This is end time shit. Yeah. Nothing means anything. We are in post-modern.
Mandel wasn't even sure why he was meant to be there in the first place, and neither were we.
Wait a minute. Sarah Palin in a fursuit. That's not a fursuit. Come on. No, she's just a cute bear. Oh, no. What's he doing here? No thanks. The bear is part of my nickname growing up and the whole mama bear thing, and they're in Alaska. Aw, that's cute. She wasn't a furry. She's a cute bear. That's precious. Scroll down more. You trying to get me to look at Papa John's? Come on. The fuzzy bear costume made her feel strangely comfortable, stating to not be able to see much of anything outside of this is really nice. Takes the sharp edges off the world. Aw. Good for her.
Those crowd boos were chilling, though.
Now she's a furry. Stop. You guys are horse blinders.
The buzzer, you got 3 of them.
Okay, you may not like the body, but I got the ring. You don't want it?
No, you don't understand. I don't want the ring anymore.
Number 6, Jason Andrews. Lightning technician Jason Andrews wanted to show off his magician skills. He had his assistant help him get into a small, soft-looking box and proceeded to stab it with swords.
Yeah.
The judges didn't buy it and found it hilarious that the assistant was actually wiggling the swords from the inside. Sharon Osbourne seemed to have particularly enjoyed this audition. After all 3 of them buzzed Andrews, they asked the assistant if she can wiggle the swords again. There was no response, and the judges couldn't help themselves laughing. Let's just hope the assistant was okay. Andrews appeared on Penn and Teller Fool Us a couple of years later and walked on broken glass.
Here we go. Isn't that like mad easy? Coney. Do you read Jujutsu Kaisen? What the fuck do you think, Glizzy Guardian 69420? Take a wild guess. Just take a swing. Just if you had to, just off vibes. What kind of a question is that? By the way, no snoozies, ads in 10. Sorry, I know you guys want to see this guy walk on glass, but I got no snoozies. You're going to the ad dimension. If you don't want to see him, you got to Prime. Drop a Twitch Prime. It's a free way to subscribe. Go below the stream. Drop Twitch Prime or $4.99 a month. And then you get no ads. You're going to get no ads. You need to do it right now. Otherwise, you're going to get some ads. And you're going to miss this guy walking on glass. How does he do it? Maybe he fools Penn and Teller? Thank you, Chris Anthem. See, it's just that easy. I'll even put you on the big stream. You need to be right there. Quick. Fast. Thank you, Hydroside. Quick. Prime now. Prime now. Prime now. The Human Porch is coming up. They're coming up after Hydroside. See? You gotta do it fast. Quick. I have Turbo, Coney. Ban that guy. Don't you fucking tell me that. You rather pay Twitch than me? You know what? Jeff is rich enough. Why are you gonna pay Jeff? Why isn't the ad started? What? Okay, it started. God damn. Coney, when you were P-ranking Pizza Tower, did the Fun Farm theme drive you crazy, or is it just me? No, I liked it. The da-da, 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 da-da. That's the only song I remember, though, so maybe a little crazy. That's the only song I actually remember pretty well. Thank you, Seal Proof. Big ups. Let's watch this guy walk on glass, which I hear isn't that bad. I hear this is actually mad easy.
Number 5, Trisha Paytas. Yes, the Trisha Paytas, a.k.a. Trish Like Fish, was on America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
And no, their talent wasn't making you...
Whoa, those people who didn't sub must feel so stupid right now. They're missing the Trisha Paytas audition. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Drawful DM.
YouTube videos. It was actually fast talking. Like, insanely fast talking.
Summer when I turn on my TV, I'm watching HT, thinking how should we be on that stage on occasion, we're so awful cold, take it seriously.
Unfortunately...
Wait, not rapping? That's it?
Their audition was a fail, and eventually they revealed they just wanted to see Howard Stern in person. It was a fail, and eventually they revealed they just
on the last one. Check out who bought the new ad. It's not Dunkin' Donuts that didn't pony up. It's time for Snapple! It's Snapple's turn! That's right, Snapple. Who drinks Snapple? Do any of you guys drink Snapple? Duncan is their king. I don't know when Snapple is like the drink to get. I used to in the 90s. When do you get Snapple? Because if I get tea, I'm getting a different kind of tea. Yeah, why would you ever? Is Snapple like juice? But why wouldn't I get in Arizona? They kind of have better juice, right? Peach tea? I actually once got a Snapple peach tea, and I'm not kidding. There was a chunk in it. It was like hard. And I'm sure it was probably just like a flavor crystal or some shit. But now I'm not drinking it anymore. It was bad. He is making it up. I'm not. I swear. I swear to God that happened to me. There was something in it. And I'm sure it wasn't a big deal, but flavor lumps. Damn, jackpot. Maybe it was a peach pit. I don't know. The caps always had false facts on them. Dude, I bet Snapple was in their bag before the internet existed. Because they could just make up shit and nobody would ever check them on it. Some geek with an encyclopedia might do it, but who else is going to, like, who are they going to tell, right? They could just make shit up. That's pretty smart, actually. Damn.
To see Howard Stern in person.
I just need to make up a talent to see Howard Stern.
Paytas later claimed they were sabotaged and said they were meant to speed sing Star Spangled Banner. AGT allegedly asked them to change their act just minutes before they went on stage. Guess we'll never know whether the performance would have been any better with the rehearsed song choice.
Why would they do that? Why would they do that to her? What?
Trisha, I couldn't understand anything you were saying.
Yeah.
Number 4, Joku the Chicken.
Hell yeah. And this is why I clicked on this video.
Joku the Chicken actually made it through the first round of Number 4, Joku the Chicken. Joku the Chicken.
Look at Simon! That chicken's pretty good, actually. That chicken's got talent. Well. Oh, he's British. He likes Nando's, right? Isn't that like a thing in Britain? They fucking love Nando's. I don't know why that's a meme. Hey, if you're watching this from the UK, YouTube, comment below. What's going on with Nando's over there? We have it over here, but it's not like a thing. It's like pretty good. Cheeky Nando's. Yeah, it's just a chicken breast, dude.
Actually made it through the first round of auditions.
Love me Nando's, simple as.
After she showed amazing talent playing her keyboard.
Round of
auditions after she showed amazing talent playing her keyboard.
So why is Tyra Banks hosting now? What happened to Nick Cannon? I guess they've had different... Wait, didn't Terry Crews host this? Terry Crews hosted this too. Yeah, okay. So they get a lot of hosts.
Keyboard.
No! That is crazy.
Yep, you heard that right. However, her second audition wasn't as successful. The chicken was meant to play that right. However, her second audition wasn't as...
Play the fucking song! Joku, this is our way out! Joku! You guys ever see that cartoon with the frog that can sing and dance and then he never does it? That's the chicken. That's the Michigan J Frog cart. Yeah. I'd be mad as hell. Yeah, my chicken actually plays the piano, and then his ass just doesn't do it.
As successful.
I'd be mad as hell.
The chicken was meant to play Born to be Wild with her chicken sibling, but...
Oh, wait. How do you up the ante to 2 chickens? That's crazy. I bet she fucked up. I bet the chicken is innocent here. She probably just gave her the wrong notes.
It looked like they both got stage fright. The 4 judges all ended up ruthlessly buzzing the poor chicks, but Joku became a celebrity in her own right. She went viral for being a patriotic piano-playing chicken. Now, that's definitely a unique title, isn't it?
Okay, that's too many judges. How did he get here? How did we even fit a fit? There are 4 buzzers now? There are 5 people. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did they just give him something to play with? It's like when you give your little brother a controller to a totally different system. Yeah, I'm gonna need one of those buzzers. Hey, Callie, can you just share a buzzer with like Heidi Klum? Nah, I'm gonna need my own. We're the best. It makes the sound, but it doesn't actually do anything. His ass is not judging. He was the guest judge who got the golden buzzer to instantly pass someone. Dude, I would hate... Oh, my God. I would pander to DJ Khaled so fucking hard. I don't even know how I would do it. How do you pander to DJ Khaled? You would have to, like, do a very flattering impression of him, I think. Talk slowly. You the best. I think if you did a very flattering impression, come out buff as fuck, wearing his signature oversized hoodie, and hit the fucking... Hold on. You gotta hit this shit. This is every fox after they kill me. I hate that shit. You have to just know one of his songs and it's over? You think so? I don't think you'd be impressed by that.
Unfortunately, Joku passed away a couple of years after her AGT audition.
Well, she's a chicken, so... Yeah. That's longer than I thought, actually. Years, not hours. You think that chicken didn't play the piano and they're like, well, into the deep fryer. I know them wings were fire, though. Come on. I want a pig so bad, bro. I love pigs. Nope, don't stop trying to sell me on other animals. I love pigs so much. Oh. If I could get a tiny pig that did not get fat. I hate this motherfucker. I hate boars. If I could get a tiny pig that would not get too big. Oh. What about tortoises? L. I love fat pigs, though. No, because like dude. I want a tiny pig so bad. I really do. I want a domestic tiny teacup pig, but they don't exist. They always get big and fat, and they smell terrible. I want a pig so bad. Get a guinea pig. No, that's a big hamster. It's not the same. I want a pig.
God bless.
Number 3, Paul Pirog. This was quite a performance, but it didn't seem...
Remember what I said about theater kids? This is different. That's a theater kid, all right?
To have the desired effect on
Sonic?
the judges or the audience. Paul Pirog, not your president, auditioned with a bunch of people. Everyone was dressed in bizarre costumes and created complete chaos by all speaking over each other. No one was really sure what was going on, and as a result, all 3 judges buzzed the act. They wouldn't leave, and Nick Cannon had to go on stage to try to control the buzz.
This actually is like a Sonic game in real life to me. This is how I imagine Sonic game. Like, if you took a Sonic game out of the game and put it onto a stage, this was what it would be like.
Each other.
It's so stupid.
Leave, and Nick Hogg also had a YouTube stage to all 3 judges buzzed the act.
That's it. Send in Nick Cannon. Oh, hell no. Get off my stage. Send Nick. Nick, save us! Nicholas!
Cannon had to go on stage to try to...
You think they're ever going to have a Sonic musical? They might have a Mario musical. Did you guys see that the Mario movie is on track to be the highest grossing animated film ever? Ever. Bro was so happy to fight the white men.
Judges buzzed the act. They wouldn't leave.
There's like 5 white guys on the stage. Get the fuck out of here!
And then had to go on stage to try to control the situation. Pirog also had a YouTube channel where he made...
Did you see they released an official Sonic murder mystery on Steam? I did, and I saw so many... Okay, this is going to sound fucked up, because I know apparently it's a good game. I just saw so many people that were like... That this game is so good, and it shows people why we love these characters. What characters? Dude? I don't get it. What characters? Sonic is really cool. Tails is a fucking geek. Shadow is edgy. Like, I don't know. The characters are so one-dimensional. They're not characters, dude. They're funny characters. What do you mean? Are they? I just don't... I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. The Sonic fandom is exclusively kink-based. I don't think that's... I'm not going that far. What Mario characters? Yeah, exactly. I'm not... Listen, I'm not praising a Mario murder mystery for its character design. I don't give a shit about Luigi and how he's so scared. I don't care about that. Don't act like Mario's character design is cool. It's not. Guy who doesn't play Sonic games or read the comics. Hey, I played Frontiers. And I saw both Sonic movies. The second Sonic movie was just Tails like, who else but Sonic? Sonic is so cool. And everybody's like, oh yeah, that's what he does. That's his character. Cool, man. It's kind of annoying. All right. Mario movie spoilers, but not really. Wasn't it weird that Shy Guy talked? What the fuck? Was anybody else like... A Shy Guy talks in the movie. It's not a spoiler. It's like one little thing. But I was like, huh?
Interesting videos.
It was a snippet.
Let's just leave it there.
I never tell people the things I don't need to know.
Number 2, Ronald Charles. Ronald Charles faced the crowd with confidence, but that wasn't enough to get him a ticket to the next round. Unfortunately, his dancing didn't make a good impact on the judges. In fact, Howard Stern was so concerned, he went on to get Charles's dad to give him advice on what to do when, in his words, he does something moronic.
Dude. These shows are cruel.
What would you say to me?
Don't be stupid, you moron.
Dude!
Charles took it on the chin.
His own
although
fucking
he had a failed
dad?
audition
If this
with
guy
not
was in
much-
the middle of a floor at a wedding, everybody would go crazy for him. If this guy went to a wedding and he did this shit, everybody would go crazy. But because you're in the crowd and Howard Stern is there, the whole audience is boo, boo.
Go for.
This
He
guy
did
would be
show
the
he's
life of the
actually
party
a
at
pretty
any
tough
wedding in
kid.
America.
He had to not only face the judges, but he also had to deal.
How tall is Howard Stern? This guy's from the age of the Giants. I'm guessing 6'4". All right. Not bad. 5'10".
Deal with his stern dad. Pun intended.
Well, you're that bright.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Got him. Oh, LOL.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our
lol.
channel
Oh,
and
God,
ring
his
the
ass
bell to
got
get
him. I
notified
can't.
about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Dude, South Park has a huge resurgence on TikTok. What's going on there? I hear that South Park is like huge on TikTok. Why? Kids? Is it just like it's a whole generation of people that have not seen South Park and they pull up something from like 2002 and they're like, I can't believe they said this on TV. Like, is there a whole backlog of content that Zoomers have not seen? That's fascinating. That's super fascinating to me. Because, like, that'll keep going on. That'll perpetuate forever. Until we get into, like, a wholesome era. And people are like, can you believe this was on TV? And it's like Cheers. It's like bland, one-liners and quips from MASH or something. Wow, they were savage back then. Al Bundy really owned Peggy here.
Number 1, Sanjula Vamana.
I'm not watching that. Wow, that was kind of fun, but I'm kind of bored. I need more video games. How about the top 10 hardest bosses in video games? Go ahead and send that, because I'm not watching whatever the fuck that was. Who are the top 10 hardest bosses? By the way, again, the thumbnail, Radagon. Not hard. Not a hard boss. It's not a hard boss. I don't think so. L. Radiance is not hard? I don't remember Radiance being that hard either. Damn, this guy's got HP, too. Jesus.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hardest final bosses in video games.
It's not Hollow Mid. Hollow Knight is excellent. Come on. Let's be nice.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most difficult final major enemies in gaming history. Naturally, there may be some spoilers ahead.
Armstrong
also,
isn't that
keep
bad.
in mind that we are only going with canonical final bosses.
Okay, is that Sans on here? Alright, I should skip this.
You'd like to punish us for forgetting, challenge us
I don't remember
in the
Armstrong being
comments.
that hard. I actually, you know what's weird? One of the hardest bosses I can remember, one that's burned into my brain, is the final boss from Dead Rising 1. I played that on stream years ago. Do you guys remember that? It's kind of like an Armstrong thing. I think he's like a general or something. Brock Samson? Isn't that the guy from Venture Bros? I just remember that boss being so fucking annoying. I hated that. Coney, my friend wants to know what your build was on Elden Ring. It was I had a good build by accident. I didn't look it up because I don't look shit up, but I went strength and int, and I had the blood thing. The blood blade that was really good. The katana or whatever. Something like that. I did not jump attack because I didn't realize how good it was. And then somebody in my stream was like, you should jumping R2. And then I was like, oh, this game is ruined. The game sucks if you do that. It's so bad. Accidentally found the Rivers of Blood. Well, maybe I didn't have that one. I might have had the second one. Maybe I didn't have I don't remember. I had some kind of katana. But yeah, jumping R2 ruins the game because shit gets staggered in like 2 hits. Moonveil or Rivers of Blood? I had Moonveil. Moonveil, yes. That was the one. Maybe I looked it up after and I was like, what's the strongest katana? It was Rivers of Blood and I didn't get that one. That might be it.
Number 10, Dr. Neocortex.
No. No.
Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time.
There is no hard Crash Bandicoot boss.
Shoot-o-matic! Persistent help!
Like, I feel like
Crash
you die on
Bandicoot
these bosses
games
like
have some
3
brutally
times.
difficult platforming, and the
Give us 10 right now? What? Hard final bosses? No.
boss fights are no exception.
I can't think
the
of
final
any.
confrontation with Crash.
Most final bosses aren't hard. Most final bosses are just like, dude, God of War would be hard if... So at the end of the new God of War, those bosses would be really hard if they didn't have checkpoints. The God of War bosses, I fought the 2 Valkyries, and I was like, oh shit, this is hard. And then when I died, it put me in the middle of the checkpoint. And I'm like, ugh. Cuphead DLC? Cuphead wasn't hard. I beat Cuphead in like an hour. But maybe I'm just a based gamer. Maybe I'm just different. Final boss fights have evolved so people can beat them first try and feel good. First try? I don't remember Cuphead being hard. I remember it being hard to S rank, or P rank, or no, S rank. But
Crash's mad scientist nemesis, Dr. Neocortex, sees the villain take all your quantum mask power-ups and use them against you. You must jump between
Millennia should be number 1.
platforms.
Fuck Millennia, dude. What a stupid fuck. I tapped out on Millennia. I've beaten every other boss in every FromSoft game, but fuck Millennia.
Leap
So
or duck
stupid.
over
She's not a final boss. Well, whatever. You know what I mean.
slash under lasers.
So stupid. There are only 2 bosses I have not beaten in every FromSoft game, and it's the cat lady from Dark Souls 1, because she seemed nice and she told me to leave, and the other one is Millennia. And actually, I didn't fight the dragon, because I didn't know where he was. I didn't use a guide, and apparently there was a dragon that I missed. What was his name? Gunthrax with the... Fuck it. He had like an X in his name. What's the... It's like a secret dragon in Elden Ring. Fortisax. That's the one. Plasudasax. Yeah, I don't... Anthrax. Fortisax, Plasudasax. Something like that. They all have X. I beat one of those, but I didn't find... I might have beat... I think it was Fortisax. I didn't kill one of them. I don't remember. There was one dragon that I didn't kill.
Own assistance
Lick
back
my sax. Okay.
him.
That's enough.
And you have to do all this while dealing with the effects of the masks, which include turning your world upside down. The Doctor may be trying to change the past.
The FromSoft
There's
boss
no
I've
way
died
to
the
undo
most
our
on was
many
Calamite, and I
failures
don't
in
know
this
why.
fight.
Calamite in particular was a bitch game. Thank you, Wizwolf.
Number 9, Mike Tyson, Punch-Out.
You know, I've never fought him. I've always been curious. There is a code to just go right to him. I'm kind of curious, actually. Huh. I beat the game. Wait, did I beat... No. Wait a minute. I did beat this game, remember? I did beat this game on NES, but I don't think I did the dream fight. Because you only get one chance or something, right? Huh. Guys, this isn't a real fight. Little Mac is dreaming. It's not. I did beat the game. I got the ending.
The game may label this battle
this is the
dream
guy I
fight,
beat.
but getting into the ring with Kid Dynamite in this old-school NES game feels like a straight-up nightmare. Mike Tyson is the last bout in Punch-Out!, and it's a good thing too, since anything tougher than this would have us swearing off the game for good. The fictional version of the real-world boxer will uppercut you so hard you'll be knocked out instantly if you're not blocking. Add in some rapid-fire punches, and you've got a recipe for a classic boss fight that still gives gamers PTSD.
Did you fight DK in the Wii game? No, because it was stupid. You had to, like, beat all of them without... Wasn't it beating all the circuits without losing or something? Fuck that. No.
Besides a lot of trial and error,
not wasting my time with that.
He's blinking.
DK in the Wii game is literally random. Oh, is that it? I don't want to do that again.
Number 8.
Stupid.
Necron. Final Fantasy IX.
You can't tell me I feel like JRPG bosses can't be hard. Can they? How? You could just grind. Like, if you're not strong enough, go grind for a couple hours. Right? Or it's a puzzle boss and you beat him with the trick. Some scale to your level. What if they're hard at the level cap? Well, okay. So if the boss... So RPG bosses literally can't... How do I put this? If it's turn-based, how do you make it hard? If you look up a guide, it's like, oh, do X when he Ys, do Y when he Zs. You just look it up. RNG? Then that's not hard. If it's RNG, whether your shit hits or not, that's not hard. That's just bullshit. That's not the same. You could say the same with Millennia. No, because there is an element of execution. In turn-based games, there is no execution. There's no execution in turn-based games. You don't have to dodge at the right time. It's not the same. You can look up a guide for anything. Okay, you shithead. If I look up a guide and it says dodge when Mike Tyson winks at me, I have to execute immediately, okay? I have to hit the button. If I look up a guide and it says, uh-oh, Necron is charging his Ultra Beam. Okay, what do I do when he charges Ultra Beam? Pause. Defend. Smart. Like, that's not... Literally look it up. Is chess easy? Chess is two-player. This is a single-player game. You could look it up. You can't pause a chess match to look up how to beat it. You can't do that. It's not the same. JRPGs can't have hard bosses. Genuinely. Think about it. This was ATB, not turn-based. Okay, so now there's an element of clicking the button right as it comes up. Like, it's still turn-based. Isn't ATB like you have to hit the button right away? I guess there's some execution there. I haven't played this game, by the way. I should have made that clear before. But isn't it like you have to hit the button right away, just quickly? Is playing chess against a bot hard? No! Look it up! If the chess bot is the final boss... I guess okay. I guess this all depends on if you are trying to beat the boss, all right? If you are trying to beat this boss, it is hard until you figure out the solution, and then you just do the solution. Okay? That's how I feel about JRPG bosses. Like the fucking house in Final Fantasy VII. That crazy house. Oh, I hit it with fire now. I hit it with electricity now. I hit it with... It's fucking... JRPG bosses are just red, green, and blue. Which one do I use? You know? It's hard until you find the answer. Okay, but if you just find the answer, That's not hard. Is a Rubik's Cube hard? I guess it is. Whatever. Shut up,
The
chat.
embodiment of
Whatever.
dread and
YouTube, I'm right on this one, right? My Twitch chat is so dumb. Look at these dumb, stupid, dumb. Wait, where's my... Wait a minute. I'm going to make you guys look so dumb in a second. Look at all these bozos in chat. Look at all these look at all these stupid chatters. Not like you guys on YouTube. Stupid. Look at all these knuckleheads. Look at these guys. And look at this guy. Legit 2047. Big ups to that guy. That's an intelligent viewer right there. Look at all these dummies. You guys aren't dumb, right? Comment below and say that I'm spitting, please. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you. Like while you're down there, too. I need some likes. YouTube is full of Persona fans. They'll hate this take.
Necron can be
All right,
one
well,
of the
fuck
most
them then.
difficult
I don't like them either.
boss fights in any Final Fantasy game, since it lives up to its reputation.
How?
Really, it just comes down to luck and what you have equipped.
Well. Would you look at that? It seems as though WatchMojo, the highest court in the land, the arbiter of what is true and just, they seem to agree. You're siding with the WatchMojo guy? Yeah, when have I not? Their word is law. And apparently, it just so happens to agree with what I think. So...
This is due to its wide variety of high-damaging moves, as well as Grand Cross, which can have a random effect on your whole party.
Random.
Abilities that
Yeah,
protect you
very
from
hard.
statuses can help.
Bro, how come he blows up the earth? I'm sick of Final Fantasy bosses blowing up the earth, and then it's like, oh, 1,000 damage.
As can auto abilities, since they provide
This is
passive
stupid.
buffs. Necron may be as inevitable as death, but that doesn't mean you have to fear it.
Dumbass boss. I hope the next one is actually hard.
Number 7, Senator Stephen Armstrong. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
I mean, this boss is funny. I don't think this guy was that hard, but he was very...
This boss
yeah.
battle may be packed with more memes than you
He
can
was
shake
great.
a nanomachine at, but it's also punishingly difficult. The warmongering senator will throw a Metal Gear at you before taking you on with his own enhanced body in a fight
I
that
don't remember
lasts
this
several
game
phases.
being that hard. Like it's hard, but it's not like it's not like legendarily hard in the same way that like FromSoft games are, right? Dude, I bet number 1 is Sekiro Ishin, who I actually didn't think was that bad. Like I think he's hard, but like I think by the point that you fight Ishin, it's like, I hope I'm saying that right. I think by the point you fight Ishin, he's like you are now at the point where you are a very strong samurai. Does that make sense? Like, you're so good at the game by that point that he's not that hard, which is sick. The game builds you up to him, which is awesome. He's a great boss.
The timing to parry his attacks can be tricky to get down, but if you're patient...
Angry Demon in Sekiro is probably hardest. Well, he's not final boss, so I don't think it's him, but I had more... Who did I have the most trouble with in Sekiro? I don't think it was either of them. Might have been Owl. Because I think Owl is like the first hard boss that you fight. It's like the jumping over point.
Master it.
The bull?
Dodging
The bull is
certainly
easy.
helps too.
Guardian
Give it
Ape.
enough
Yeah. Guardian Ape is the first fuck you boss. Every Souls game has like a fuck you boss that it's like, oh, you don't know what you're doing yet. Wasn't there a boss in Sekiro that was like an electric thing? Like an electric dragon or something? An electric monster? Because I ran into that randomly, and my chat was like, go fight it. And I was like, no, I'm too scared. That looks impossible. And they're like, no, go fight it. It's not that bad. And I was like, okay. And then it killed me in one hit, and then it actually wasn't that bad. But he was so scary. Divine Dragon? I don't know if I'm thinking of Sekiro or a different game. What's the game with the electric... Oh, dude, is it Divine Dragon? I don't know. No, it's not Sekiro. It's not that, actually. Is it Elden Ring? No. Bloodborne? Electric Beast? Dark Beast Parl. Maybe.
Feature bosses from
No.
other Souls games.
Wait.
The other mileage may vary.
I don't think it was him. Dark Souls 3? Was there one in 3? It might have been Parl, actually. I remember an electric boss that I was like, I am not fucking with that guy.
Dark Beast Parl.
Nameless King? No. It was an optional thing. Like, he's just standing out in the middle of nowhere. Ancient Dragon Lanso. He's just standing in the middle of nowhere doing nothing. No, it's not that guy. It's not an Elden Ring. I don't remember. Neo 2. No, I think it might have been in Neo. It might have been in Neo 1. God, now I don't remember. There was some electric dragon beast guy. He was blue. Anu? The electric boss in Neo is an option. Zekrom. Wait, Zekrom sounds familiar. No, oh my god, that's a fucking Pokemon. Okay. So, I really popped off when I read that. I was like, oh, wait! So, Orochi fight? Hold on. I think it is Dark Beast Parl. It might be. Yeah, it's not Orochi. I think it's Dark Beast. Yeah, wait, Parl in it's Divine Dragon from Sekiro? I don't think so. No, because you fight him. He's not optional. You fight him at the end of the thing. At the end of that place. I think it's Parl. It has to be Parl. It was Parl. I remember that stream. Yeah, because Parl is just sitting out in the middle of a fucking field. I don't remember how he works, though. I remember goading you into finding Parl early. Okay. Probably Parl then. He's just sitting out in the middle of nowhere.
You may get your...
You could get the Parl really early, like before you're supposed to. I think I did that. And chat was like, go fight him. And I'm like, no, I'm too scared. And then he killed me. And then I was like, oh, this isn't that bad. And I think I beat him like third try.
Chance to slice in.
Dude, you know what pissed me off? Now I'm super stun locked. You guys remember that Orphan of Cost fight? I hate that shit. So I fought Orphan of Cost for like an hour and a half. And then my chat was like, hey, you can walk on the water. And I'm like, what? And I beat it first try. I was so fucking mad. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, that's not... You don't die in the water. You could just walk there. I'm like, huh? I thought I was stuck on the beach. Dumb.
Indice the ripped politician
Easy,
and
boss.
ensure he never holds office or anything else ever again.
This game is cool. I like this. Is any of that on VOD
Number
channel?
6, Virgil. Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening.
We are the sons of Sparta.
Is this series good? I played 5 and I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
But more importantly,
I hated it.
His soul.
Dante's brother is devilishly difficult whenever you encounter him.
Arena?
But the final battle of
Where are
DMC
we?
3 is arguably
Are
the
we on the
hardest
River Styx?
and a
That's kinda
serious
neat.
contender
We're in hell,
for the most
right?
difficult in the series. Virgil can teleport, which is never not annoying in a boss, deflect your bullets, and swing his sword faster than you can blink. And then he has his own devil trigger form, which you should avoid like the plague. However,
He was
after
really
he
good at
uses
Marvel
his,
too,
you
right?
can use
This is,
yours
like,
to get in a
canonical.
good counterattack. In fact, countering is pretty much the name of the game here. Time to get motivated.
I did like DMC 5, but I don't like having too many options in a game. I know that sounds stupid, but too many buttons. They're like
Number 5,
different forms
Wily
and shit.
Capsule, Mega Man 7.
What?
Dr. Wily really outdid himself this time.
Fuck this thing. Wait, really? That guy? You're
The
kidding.
vehicle is infamous for a number of reasons.
Huh?
It can disappear and reappear in various positions across the screen, which can make hitting it difficult. Not only that, but its one weakness, Springman's weapon, Wild Coil, is hard to hit with and barely does any damage. Honestly,
Then
you're
it's
better
not a
off using Freezeman's weapon, since at least you can shoot that diagonally to hit the capsule in the corner. Lastly, its
Oh my
attacks are
God.
fast, hard to dodge diagonally to hit the capsule in the corner.
If I was playing this, I would not know how to dodge this. Look how fast these come in. How would you know how to dodge that? I would try to jump through them. That looks impossible.
Are fast.
Just look it up. That makes it easy. True. Spitting. Look up a
Hard to dodge
guide. Yep.
and can free.
Dude, I played Castlevania on stream like last year, and that final fucking Castlevania fight, Like, you have, like, 1 pixel to avoid one of Dracula's attacks. You have to, like, jump over him or something. I was like, what the fuck? How would anybody know that?
Or burn you. Given how tough it is, we have to wonder why Wily bothers with
Final,
Robot
huh?
Master.
It actually was. Yeah, it was the first Castlevania. Yeah,
At
it was
all.
the actual last guy.
Number 4, The Radiance. Hollow Knight.
I don't remember this being that bad. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I think
Hollow Knight's pantheon of bosses are absolutely brutal, and they save the hardest for last. The Radiance is a luminous moth
Fake
that may
hard?
look heavenly, but
Well, I've
she'll
heard
put
there's,
you
like,
through
true
hell.
Radiance, which is
She'll
harder. I
rain
didn't fight
attacks
that
on you
one,
from
so.
nearly every direction, so keeping on your toes is essential. Unfortunately, she generally stays so high up that it's hard to hit the Radiance
what a cool
consistently.
game.
Made all
Hollow
the worse
Knight's
by
so
the fact
cool.
that should she smite you, you're going to have to fight your way through the Hollow Knight in order to reach her again.
That did a lot of damage. I think it's the fact that you can heal in these fights.
Number
Well, then
3,
again, I don't know if you can.
Sans.
Okay. I have never fought Sans. Is this actually hard? Or is it just like it's in the middle of a game that's not like this? Cuz like it's so different, right? Also, it's not the final boss, right? This shit isn't canon.
Undertale.
Do the Sans browser fight? I'll do it later, maybe. Because I might be on that shit for an hour.
You're gonna have a bad time with this boss
He's the
fight.
final boss of the
Sans
genocide
is the
route.
infamous
Oh, I guess
final
that's true.
boss of
No,
the
that's a good
genocide
point.
run of
Okay,
Undertale.
yeah, okay.
While
All right,
killing
you're
most
right.
monsters in this
W.
run is fairly easy, Sans unleashes a devastating opening salvo that will obliterate you if you aren't expecting it. Then, he'll dodge nearly every attack you throw at him and force you through brutal platforming segments. The onslaught of attacks never lets up, and Sans will even attack you while you use the menu.
I remember watching somebody play this for like 8 hours when Undertale came out, and I thought it was so cool. I don't know if the Jevil fight is harder. I call the Jevil fight harder. I beat Jevil first try, so... and I did that on stream, and everybody saw it. So, you know, just saying. Just saying, if we're trying to, you know, if we're trying to check gamer cards here. That shit was easy, actually. Any askers? Somebody did ask. They said Java was easier. That literally came from chat.
It's a good thing
I
his
didn't fight
song
Spam
is such
because
a
I did not
banger,
like the first Delta Rune, so I did not play 2.
because you'll be hearing it for as long as it takes you to master this sinfully challenging
But
fight.
it was so cool when Undertale came out because, like, I think I watched it in a call with Pink Fresh. I think me and Pink were, like, in a call and we were like, this guy's been fighting Sans. And I was like, you fight Sans? Why do you fight Sans? Like, it felt like Undertale was so mysterious. That was so cool. Coney, you were actually the streamer who got me to buy this game. W. See? I got so lucky with this game. Did you do Genocide round? No, I did Pacifist. I played the game normally. I don't think I did Pacifist. I did, like, Neutral or whatever.
Number 2, Radagon of the Golden Order.
Nah, come
Elden
on.
Ring.
This shit kind of easy. This shit's hard until you remember you could jump. You're like, oh, yeah. Oh, jumping. Smart. Yeah.
It was only a matter of time before we got to a From Software game. The enormously popular Elden Ring also has...
Bro, he's not even the hardest boss in this game. He hit this guy 3 times and he didn't die.
Popular
This is why I didn't like this game. Some bosses in this game would kill you with that. That's why I fucking hated the end of Elden Ring. Dudes would hit you 3 times and you just fucking die. And everybody's like, oh my god, what's the lion? What's the lion before this guy? I hated that boss. And everybody's like, oh my god, he's so cool. No, I hated that guy. Malekith. Fuck Malekith. Stupid fight. So fucking dumb. The only reason you thought it was easy is because you knew about jumping R2 to stagger. If you don't have that crutch, which is the only reason you won, that shit is hard. I hated Malekith, dude. Ridiculous. Malekith lives in Coney's head rent-free. He does. You want to know why? Because everybody said it was such a good boss. Everybody's like, oh my god, what a sick boss. I hated that boss. However, Hoarah Loux, excellent. Peak. Kino. Horalu is fantastic. And the fight before. I forget who it is before, but Horalu and Godfrey, any of the God fights are great. They're fantastic. Malekith sucks. Mog is pretty bad. I did not like Mog at all, but whatever. I you know. Actually, no, fuck Mog. I was going to say, I was going to try to remain objective and like, you know, so I don't get skill diffed or whatever. But no, that fight with the ground, he turned the ground into the fucking the blood pool. Fuck that. I hate that. So stupid. So dumb. Estelle? Is Estelle the big star guy? I loved that fight. And I got mad because there were 2 of them. That fight was so cool, but then there were more than one, and I was like, oh, that cheapens it. Same with the guy, who's that boss that's like a comet? He's like in the crater. It's the big rock guy, he's like a golem. I forget, but I loved that thing too. Falling Star Beast. What about the giant reindeer? Bro, I'm telling you, that game was about Christmas. I was so Christmas-pilled when I played that game. I'm not going to tell this story again. I'm not going to do it again, but I've said this a million times. I really thought Elden Ring was about Christmas. I really did. I was like, wow, this is cool. They're going into, like, Western mythology. Maybe there will be an Easter bunny. This is not a bit. I really thought there was going to be an Easter bunny boss. Swear to God. I was like, maybe there'll be an Easter bunny or a tooth fairy. Not a joke. I thought so. And do you want to know why? This motherfucker right here. He's like one of the first merchants you get. I thought they were all going to be dressed like him. That motherfucker. And then the reindeer boss that flies. I thought that game was about Santa and Christmas. I know I went into it again, but seriously, I thought this was a fucking Christmas game. I thought this game was Christmas-pilled. I thought the final boss was going to be Jesus. I'm not kidding. Or, like, not Jesus, but, like, he's Jesus. Like a Jesus kind of, you know, like a Jesus surrogate. You could view Radagon as Jesus? I thought he was like brother and sister in one. This game's lore is so fucking dumb.
Elden Ring
Whatever,
also has an
mind.
enormously difficult final boss. Radagon has a wide variety of deadly and unpredictable moves at his disposal. Dodging is absolutely your best strategy in this fight.
He was literally on a cross, so I was right. It's a game about Western mythology. W. Coney.
Although bringing protection against Radagon's holy attacks and using fire, one of his only weaknesses, certainly don't hurt either. And just when you've finally beaten him, you have to fight the Elden Ring beast immediately afterwards, which is no slouch in the difficulty department.
I still stand by, I made a tweet about this a while ago, if we made a Dark Souls game about American mythology, it would fucking bang. Paul Bunyan, Johnny Appleseed, maybe a giant fucking gator in the swamplands. Dude. I'm telling you. Mothman. Yup. A Bigfoot boss. Yup. I'm telling you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe.
John Henry. Doom, 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 doom. Fucking imagine the John Henry boss fight with the 2 hammers. Doom, doom, doom.
Our channel and
horrifying.
Ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
And he kills you, and then he dies.
You have the option to be notified for occasional
You only get one chance to kill him. You only get one chance to kill him.
Or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1.
Yeah.
Ishin the Sword Saint.
Yeah, I mean, it
Sekiro,
deserves it. Yeah,
Shadows
yeah,
Die
sure.
Twice.
Yeah. I'll give it up. It's so cool, dude. This game is so fucking good. God.
Oh, you thought we were done with From Software?
I think it's my
Not on your
favorite
life.
from
right
soft
off the
game.
bat,
It
the
used to
fact
be
that you must
Bloodborne,
fight
but like,
Ishin directly
if I could play
after another
Bloodborne in
boss,
60
Genichiro,
FPS, I'd probably
sets
like
the
it
bar
more.
high on difficulty.
But this shit is
But the
so
Swordmaster
good.
himself is no walk through a field, even if you have to fight him in one. Ishin has 3 surprisingly long faces,
God, what a sick
ton of
game.
moves that are hard to anticipate, AoE techniques, and other changes to his fighting style as it goes on. Defeating the Sword Saint requires saintly patience and dedication, and rest assured, he will
This game is
break
sick
you.
all the way through too. It's not. There aren't really any hits, unless you don't like that part with the aliens that play the flute.
Did you
But
enjoy
that's
this
its own
video?
thing. Wait a minute. All right, I didn't plan on watching this, but here it is. Top 10 worst video game remakes ever. I'm kind of interested. This wasn't even on the list. I got a different thing I wanted to watch, but maybe. Tier list? We'll do tier list Tuesday. We'll do tier list Tuesday, all right? Get some tier lists ready for Tuesday. By the way, this is some Sans. I might do Sans later. I got one more video after this. We'll make this one quick. By the way, ads in 1 minute. I'll remind you, but just letting you know, drop at Prime.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst video game remakes ever.
Ape Escape had a remake? Oh, I thought this was the original game. That's a remake. Ew.
For this list, we're taking a look at video game remakes that
Oh yeah, this is Turtles in Time. This shit was bad.
utterly failed
This shit
in
was
capturing
real
the
bad.
spirit and design of their original works. Do note that we're focusing on remakes, meaning games
What?
that were built from scratch. So remasters, or games that are ported
What's
with
wrong with
upscale
Luigi's
graphics,
Mansion?
do not count.
Was that a remake? I thought that was Luigi's Mansion
Which
2.
remake do you
What?
consider to be the worst? Let us know in the comments.
It's on 3DS. Oh, really?
Number 10, GoldenEye 007.
Oh, dude. I played this online so much. This shit went crazy. Time to Kill is crazy. What the fuck? Trevelyan just took a whole mag in the back. By the way, ads popping now. Go ahead and drop a Prime right now. You got to drop a Prime. It's free to subscribe with Twitch Prime below the stream. Just go below the stream or $4.99 a month. Go ahead and drop a Prime. Otherwise, you're going to get some ads. I'll see you guys soon. Good luck, everybody. Whoops. All right. You're going to the ad dimension. Trevelyan taking 60 rounds in the fucking kidney. He truly is Her Majesty's greatest soldier.
When looking at it through the lens of a standard video game, the 2010 remake of GoldenEye 007 is a decent FPS.
So
it handles
silly.
nicely, the gunplay feels good, and the multiplayer is incredibly fun. But as a remake of the legendary N64 classic, it flounders with reckless abandon. Much of the level design and set pieces turn the game into a Call of Duty clone. But the biggest crime was rewriting Trevelyan's backstory.
It was, yeah.
Instead of wanting to exact revenge on the UK for playing a part in his parents' death, Trevelyan is just robbing the UK government because the economy is dumb and stupid, and he hates it.
Wait, really? That's true? They changed Trevelyan's backstory? That was like a big deal in the movie. That's stupid. Isn't COD the natural progression of GoldenEye? Yeah, kind of. I think so. That depends on what you think the end goal of shooters are. FPSs can go one of two routes. COD or Doom. GoldenEye is kind of in the middle. Because, like, GoldenEye didn't have, like, the COD, like, walk forward and set piece thing. It didn't really do that. Like, there were cutscenes, but that was, like, before and after levels. What about Tarkov? What about it? I'm not playing that shit.
And that goes without saying how botched the Xbox 360
I miss Doom. God, I love Doom. The new Dooms.
and PS3.
Where's Titanfall on that scale? I don't know. I didn't play that shit. I look like a geek to you? There's like 100 people that played that. That's why it died. Enjoy Apex Legends.
Sports were when GoldenEye.
By the way, I have a bounty for Apex Legends. That would have been a great time to pop it.
Reloaded launched there. Number 9, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled.
Wait, I thought this was good. This game was mid anyway. I don't know why anybody went crazy over it. Oh, it's online? What's wrong with
launch, this remake of the PS1 classic received an overwhelming amount of praise for its
At
visuals,
launch, you say?
controls, and faithfulness to the original game. But Activision did one thing that slapped every reviewer in the face. Just as they did with Call of Duty Black Ops 4, they shoved microtransactions into the game after the reviews were out.
How? How can you add microtransactions to a kart racer? By patching it? No, but what do you add? What are you paying for? Like, cosmetics, carts, skins? Oh, well, I mean... Loot boxes for character skins. Oh, that's worse. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, DLC after a game releases if it is presented in the way that, like, we wouldn't make this if the game wasn't successful and if people wouldn't pay for it. But because the game is successful, we're going to keep supporting it. I think that's based. That's cool. But I think it's easy for a dev to say that's the case, but that shit's on disc. Like, they could have just included it, but...
To make things worse, Activision had developer Beanox adjust the game's economy to make unlocking stuff even more of a grind than it did during the review process. On top of that, the stability of the game's servers was unpredictable from launch until the end of support.
Alright, who's the Dark Spyro? I've never seen this guy.
Killing off most of the potential interest people could have had in Nitro Fueled's post-launch content.
Dude, Crash Bandicoot characters seem like... this is only a thing that I'm thinking about now. Spyrone, ban that guy. I can't believe he said that. Stop. I'm only thinking of this because oh my, I'm stun locked on that now. It's so stupid. I'm only thinking of this because of the other day. Remember Rich Uncle Skeleton with the Simpsons thing? He had, hold on, like the fake characters that they came up with for the Disney thing, or the guy that made, Brown-Nosed Bear, Flatulent Fox, Disgruntled Goat. This is the average, like, Crash Bandicoot character to me. Like, I couldn't name any of these guys. This is Ricky Rat. Alan the Alien, Ronnie Robot. Like, these fucking... The Crash Bandicoot characters don't make sense. I do like Dingo Dial, though. Oh, yeah, he's Potoroo, which I didn't know was an animal. He's a Potoroo. I told you guys that Australia is just mice. They're all mice. That's why they hate cats. All of Australia's animals are mice. Not a joke. Kangaroos are just big mice. Kangaroo or deer. Oh yeah. How do we keep going through this over and over? Did you guys know Australia doesn't have an Easter bunny? Did you know that? I saw this on Twitter today. Do you know what they have instead? Because rabbits are, like, not indigenous. They have the Easter bilby. Happy Easter, you cunt. This is a fucking bilby right there. You see him? Happy Easter to you. That's a Pokemon. It's cute, right? Again, another little tiny, it's another mouse. I'm Australian and I've never heard of this. I only know the Easter Bunny. You need to go on to the Outback. Get back in touch with your roots. You must be from Sydney. You've been globalized. He's cute. I like this guy.
Number 8. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, Reshelled.
Yeah, I heard this was bad. Listen, man, and I've gotten hate for this already. The old Turtles games were good for their time, people that tell you how good they are not, they're kind of bat chesting. These old like beat 'em up games are fun and they're good, but they're just really basic. They're very good. They're very good. The music is great. The polish is great. They're fun to play through, but you do it like once or twice. Aren't you the beat 'em up bat chester? I love beat 'em up games, but they're very simple. Like, Shredder's Revenge is good. I love beat 'em ups, but it's not, you know, is that bad? No, it's not. But like, let's not pretend like, I don't know, Turtles in Time is some ancient relic that needs to be brought back. It's a fun little game that you play for an hour. That's it. It's fine.
Reshelled is a strange one because
I don't think of anybody claiming otherwise. I can. Everybody said Shredder's Revenge was like, we need to bring these back. This is the best game of the year. What the fuck? Stop. It's fun.
On the surface, everything should have made the game better. The 3D graphics, the voice cast of the 2003
River City Girls is good, but I hate River City. I hate the gameplay loop. I hate having to buy food to figure out what it does. That pisses me off.
TMNT cartoon, the detailed environments to fully realize the original Turtles in Time. So, how did it fall
Making
apart?
up opinions to be angry at? Whatever. I made up a guy, and I hate that fucking guy.
Well,
if that guy exists, I don't like him.
The 3D visuals made the game
God
look
about
pretty,
these
yes,
rocks guys
but it
with
somehow
guns.
removed the personality
Oh,
of
there's
the
a
original.
fucking turtle.
The online multiplayer was pretty, yes.
Giving them a Z-axis is very funny. Because he's like turning around. I can't shoot
How
him.
did it fall apart? Well,
I'm gonna
the
shoot that
3D
fucking
visuals
turtle.
made
Where'd
the
he
game
go?
look pretty, yes, but it somehow removed the personality of the original. The online multiplayer was cumbersome, and it didn't allow for players to drop
I
in and
love
out
that guy.
like the arcade
I love the
original
big
did.
rock guys.
Turtles in Time deserved the pizza party of a lifetime. It got one here, albeit a lukewarm temperature and with no toppings. Number 7, Diddy Kong Racing DS.
Really? Look at this bottom screen. A giant Diddy head.
Yet another piece of the N64's legacy ransacked by the need for pointless redesigns. Diddy Kong Racing DS was fine when it came to retaining core gameplay, but the new stuff that was integrated falters drastically. Obtaining star boosts required players to constantly flick or spin the stylus electrically. Obtaining
You have to blow into the DS? I feel like such a fucking 10-year-old. POV, you're a DS. How bad was that? Was that bad?
Star boosts required players to constantly flick or spin the stylus unless you were driving a hovercraft, in which case you had to blow into the microphone. Users commonly complained of wrist pain and lightheadedness from these mechanics. As for the custom track editor, well, it was severely underwhelming given how little customization there actually was. When you're causing users physical pain, though, your game is doing a major disservice to everyone.
I guess so, yeah.
Number 6, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
I forgot this was a remake.
Regardless of how you feel about the state of modern Pokemon games, most of us can agree that the remake for the Diamond and Pearl DS games underperformed. As with most Pokemon games from the last decade, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were comically easy to beat due to the forced inclusion of experience share. As a result, the player is often overleveled, and battles feel more like an inconvenience rather than another challenge in becoming a Pokemon master.
I think Pokemon is just a game you can't save, bro. I don't play the game, so take my opinion with a grain of salt, but okay. Actually, I think my argument just fell apart. I was going to be like, I would not play this game if it did not have XP share, because I'm not grinding up my individual Pokemon, but I'm not playing it anyway, so don't listen to anything that I just said. I already don't play the game, so... But if you don't add experience share, then it gets annoying for casuals. So how do you save this? What do you do now? Coney has a lot of opinions on things he admittedly doesn't know about. At least I'll say that. At least I'll tell you I'm full of shit, right? I'm just letting you know what I think. Let it be toggled? That's just hard mode or easy mode, right? That's kind of neat, actually. All right.
Caves, on the other hand, are no longer a relaxing time mining for gems, and now have random rooms crawling with pocket monsters. And do we even dare go into the many glitches people have?
Coney, the originals didn't have them and casuals love them. Yeah, but the originals were from a different time. You think you're gonna get Zoomers into Pokemon if they have to grind every single one individually when they have the entirety of human history on their phone? TikTok constantly coming up with new content. You know, thousands of hours every minute.
Unearthed
No
since
way.
launch?
No.
Number 5, Secret of Mana.
Not gonna work.
I don't think I would have made it here without you two.
Secret of Mana.
I don't think I would have made it here without you two.
What the fuck is this game? Huh?
Secret of Mana suffered a similar problem as Turtles in Time in that the transition from 2D to 3D graphics made the game very pretty
I've always wanted
while
to play the
detracting
Secret of
any
games.
and all personality
I
the
think they're
original
neat.
carried. And yet, that wasn't even the
Wait,
biggest
are
blunder.
the Secret of games the action RPG ones that you actually fight with? Mana games. That's what I mean. The mana games. Sorry.
No, the worst offender
I mean
was
the Super
change in
Nintendo
its
game that's
soundtrack.
like multiplayer.
With so many of the
and
tracks being
that seems
arranged
neat.
differently than the original, some of the key moments in Secrets of Mana's story have lost their weight and meaning. Considering how much they were charging for something that
Yeah,
strayed
this thing.
so far from the source material, this really wasn't worth the money, let alone the time. Number 4, Luigi's Mansion.
Coney, off topic, but how do you feel about Okami? I never tried it because I don't like Zelda games. Never been interested. Honestly, the game didn't feel... I'm just not interested in the art style. So... It's so good. It's a Zelda-like, right? I just don't like the way it looks.
Hello?
Hindsight is 2020, and in the case of the 3DS remake of Luigi's Mansion, Nintendo really botched a game that was once brilliant.
Why?
Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS manages to provide more visual detail and retrofit the original game with modern art style,
Yeah.
but what really hampers the experience are the controls. Players were forced to use the 3DS's awkward gyroscope to control which direction Luigi was facing. The only way to circumvent this was to buy a Circle Pad Pro or play on the larger new Nintendo 3DS. No one should have to spend more money just to make a game playable for them.
I guess. Like... Poverty check? No, I mean, it just shouldn't have come out for the old... Well, no, this isn't really an issue with Luigi's Mansion. This is just an issue with, like, updating your hardware, right? Like, if you came out with a DS2, like, why does this game work on all these systems, right? This is the same thing as, like, wasn't Breath of the Wild really bad on the Wii U? Isn't it the same kind of thing there? No? Oh, well then fuck me.
Number
Actually,
3,
it ran better.
Ape Escape on the Loose.
Watch out for apes! This game is a meme.
So, Spike, has the professor finished creating his
If you ever hear anybody say anything good about Ape Escape, they are bat-chesting.
Speaking of handheld games butchering
They're
console
trying
classics,
to get one
Ape
over on
Escape
you by
the
being
Loose was
a
total
retro fan.
embarrassment. See, Ape Escape is meant to be played with 2 analog sticks, one to control Spike's movement, and
You
the
never
second
even played it. I don't need to. I can tell.
to control the direction he faces.
I can tell.
This is to make it easy for players to use tools to capture monkeys
looks
as
awful.
chases get
Look at
more
this.
hectic. So
Damn, the monkey
why
beat
would
his
you make a game
ass!
for a system that is missing one of the
That
2
monkey
sticks
is
that
so
make the
silly.
game playable? If the
That
goal was to
monkey-
make Ape
Never mind. This game looks kind of funny.
Escape more frustrating to play,
Wait a
well,
minute.
mission accomplished, we suppose.
That monkey looks kind of
Number
funny.
2, Warcraft 3 Reforged.
I saw somebody saying this should be number 1 when we started this video.
Yeah, remember this train wreck?
No.
Warcraft 3 Reforged was the start of a very dark age for Blizzard Entertainment. First off, many features like the inclusion of new cutscenes were absent at launch. On top of that, Reforged was marred by various technical problems and enforced an end-user license agreement that claimed any and all mods made by players would be owned by Blizzard themselves.
Wow. But smart. If you're Blizzard, that's smart. I get that it's anti-consumer or whatever, and it's so bad, but, like, Coney only seeing the money. I'm not seeing the money. I'm seeing this from the company's perspective. You fumbled Dota. If I'm Blizzard, I'm locking that shit up. For real.
Players were so ticked off.
Corpo Coney, listen, bro. If I work, you can't. It doesn't mean that I agree with it or I would have liked this decision as a gamer. All right? But as Blizzard, hell yeah, lock that shit up. That's ours. We gave you the tools to make the game. You could have just taken away the tools to make another game. We're going to give you the tools, but if you make something sick, I'm stealing it. Because I made the tools that gave it to you. Straight up.
Forged was review bombed at launch, eventually nabbing it the lowest
Thank you, Someone Games.
user-rated score on Metacritic.
Damn.
That is, until 2022's Diablo Immortal. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel
What's
and
number
ring
one?
the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Inventor of Hammers should own everything. That's what I'm saying. Yes. Should get a royalty.
You have the option to be notified
W.
for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your
GTA?
phone,
Dude, GTA was so funny. The cum rain?
make sure to go into your
Please
settings
send
and
the
switch
rain.
up.
Smart, worst reviewed game. Listen, I don't give a shit how the gamers review it. All right? Having the lowest user-rated Metacritic score. Have you seen the people on Metacritic? Only one here lives on Metacritic. Have you seen that guy? Oh, don't make me pull it up. Oh, y'all are making me do it. Let's see how he's doing. Meet Your Maker. A pile of garbage. Last of Us Part 1. This game is still an absolute huge steaming pile of garbage. Resident Evil 4. Steaming pile of garbage. Dark Picture Switchback. Huge pile of garbage. Bayonetta Origins. This game is a steaming pile of garbage. WWE 2K23. Hey, the John Cena showcase in this game is much better than last year's. 4. The Witcher. Don't think for a second I'm done criticizing your game, CDPR. CDPR scared to death. No, he's back! Blood Bowl 3. Huge steaming pile of garbage. Metroid Prime Remastered. Steaming pile of garbage. Pizza Tower. This game ranks at number 1. I had to see what all the fuss is about, only to discover... Hold. Oh, I thought he would say a steaming pile of garbage. All this cringe made me grab my monitor and slam it against the floor out of frustration. Ugh! Fucking love this guy. That's my goat. I would pay $300 to see an Only One Here Game Awards. I want him to host the Game Awards. I want to know his favorite games of the year. This guy is totally Coney doing a bit. Do you know how long this has been going on? This guy is like from 2018. You think I've been doing this since God of War 1? That would be legendary. What if he commented on your video and called it a huge steaming pile of garbage? I would delete my channel. Wow, more reacting. Lazy and greedy YouTuber. Wow, more reacting again.
On notifications. Number 1, 13.
This game wasn't good, though. I feel like it doesn't count if the original game wasn't good. Did you guys ever... You guys never played this game. So this game made me bat chest when it first like got revealed. So the gimmick is... I think this was on PS2 originally. And it looks like a comic book. And that's super cool. And I was like, oh my god, that looks awesome. Right? Oh my god, look at this. We're terribly sorry. It looks really cool on the PS2. And this is before Borderlands or anything. But the problem with this game is that, like, every enemy was a fucking crack shot. Like, enemies could hit you with pistols from the end of this dock. Just... So you had to hide all the time. It was really bad. But it's a really cool look, you know? Also, I think David Duchovny was the main guy, yeah. X-File guy, yeah.
What the hell happened here? 13 was to be a revival of the... What the hell happened?
Unlock. I guess there's no other way to do that. You just gesture at the door. You know, it's a PS2 game, whatever, but that's funny.
Here.
What the Kingdom Heart?
13 was to be a
You
revival.
just have to show. Maybe it's the future, and the door has a camera. You have to be. I have the key. Scan. It's like paying for something at a restaurant where you just scan your card. Here.
2003 FPS hit that was known for its unique cel-shaded visuals and captivating story of conspiracy and espionage. The 2020 remake fumbled the ball in such an embarrassing way, though.
How so?
The game was plagued with a variety of technical problems, from frame dips to buggy AI. Of course, the biggest issue was the drastic change in art style that made the game look about as generic as any other failed FPS games. And get this, former staff of developer PlayMagic blamed the remake's creative director, Giuseppe Crigliano, as the reason for the game's many problems, citing toxic work environments, poor management, and negligence of paying staff on time. Calling this a disaster would be an understatement.
Thanks, Jackal.
Did you enjoy this video?
You guys, this was not supposed to be the video tonight. We weren't supposed to go down this rabbit hole. We were supposed to watch the top 10 mascots that don't exist anymore. But that fucking tree man... I really want to... I How does WatchMojo know me so well? Like, actually... Yeah, dude, if this came around on Wheelchamp and it was funniest thumbnail, this actually would have won. Like, so, the fact that knowing this... Okay, fuck it. Oh, it's not even going to be funny. It's like Stonehenge.
Where these huge stones came from has long been a mystery.
This isn't going to be funny.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 mysterious places that can't be explained.
We'll see.
We're in the Bermuda Triangle.
Let's see.
You are presently in the Bermuda Triangle. For this list, we'll be looking at the creepiest areas from around the world with mysterious functions and history.
I actually got clickbaited.
What do you make of these locations? Let us know in the comments below.
I will.
Number 10, the Nazca Lines. Found in the Nazca Desert of southern Peru are the Nazca Lines.
These mysterious figures of the Peruvian desert have
What?
been called the eighth wonder of the world.
That shit's just in the ground?
These are enormous shapes and designs that have been drawn on the desert surface and which are easily distinguished from the air.
Who made
that?
that?
We know a few things about this phenomenon. We know that they are about 2,500 years old, with the oldest lines dating back to 500 BCE.
How the fuck do you know that? I could make that shit with an ATV in like 2 hours.
Why did ancient Americans draw giant lines and figures in the desert?
Yeah, they didn't have helicopters. What the fuck were they doing? How did they know?
We also know that they were built by removing the top layer of reddish-brown pebbles and revealing the lighter soil underneath. But that's about it. Their purpose remains a complete mystery, with theories ranging from the depiction of constellations to some type of religious significance.
Bro, I want this explained right now. Somebody in chat explain this right now. I need somebody to explain this right now.
Who knows what theories about the mysterious lines of Nazca will emerge in the future?
Somebody explain that
Number
shit to
9,
me.
Island of the Dolls.
Ah!
Mexico is home to one of the creepiest tourist destinations in the world.
There are no concrete
All right, I'm not scared anymore. How did he get here?
buildings, no
How the fuck did he
electricity,
get here?
or running.
I know that guy's got a sassy quip. Got a lot of these babies. If I was M&M's, I would definitely film a commercial in the Island of the Dolls. I would find a way to have a funny commercial here.
Concrete buildings, no electricity or running water, just wooden structures.
All the babies
and
trying to
dolls.
eat the red M&M.
Titled the Island of Dolls, it's
Pre-woke
located in the
M&M.
water
Oh yeah,
channels
that's
south
worth
of
a pretty
Mexico
penny
City.
now.
The island is completely covered by dolls, some of which are placed in the cobweb-infested buildings, and some of which are seen hanging from trees. The island was once owned by a man named Julian Santana Barrera, but that's where the known history ends.
Okay.
All we have left is legend. A young girl supposedly died near the island, and Santana claims to have heard her spirit crying for her doll.
Okay, so this is just a guy with mental illness.
Some claim after her death, he found dolls every time he went outside.
Having
not,
found
like,
it, he hung the
I
doll
think
in
that
a
can be
tree.
explained.
From then on out,
Right?
dolls
This
would
is just
randomly
sad.
appear in the trees of the island.
No one has confirmed if any of these dolls have come to life, but who's to say they haven't?
Shut the fuck up, Inside Edition. I say they haven't. Why? This isn't Toy Story. Bad chesting. Who's to say they haven't? If I heard this at 9 p.m. on a weekday on NBC, I would throw my dinner across the room. I don't know, I'm eating dinner at 9 p.m. I would be very mad. I would break a lamp. How about that? I'd be very upset.
Number 8.
Inside Edition is CBS. Can you ban that fucking guy? What are you... Why are you being a nerd about network TV? You think I have cable? What the fuck? Get rid of that guy.
A Mapimi silent zone. Something creepy always seems to happen whenever the military is involved.
Fellas, this visit's top secret. No one's to know about it except the senior officers, scientists, and a single conspiracy nut who no one will believe.
In the northern state of Durango, Mexico, lies an area known as the Mapimi Silent Zone.
Okay.
Back in July of 1970, the area was accidentally hit by an American rocket carrying Cobalt-57.
But here's the thing.
Whoops.
The rocket was supposed to land
this shit's
somewhere
making
in
me
the
dizzy.
area of White Sands.
What is this
in New
perspective?
Mexico. Instead, it went off course and, as if being pulled by some external force, crashed right in the heart of the zone of silence.
Like what?
The accident required an extensive cleanup, and the spilled Cobalt-57 contaminated the land. It's now said that radio communications
Gravity?
don't work in the area, hence the name Mapimi Silent Zone.
Deflecting the skill issue? Oh, yeah, we shot that rocket, and it just got, like, pulled by something. We don't know what. Dude, it could have been a mysterious force pulled it down to the earth.
Besides interrupted radio
Whoops.
signals, people also had issues with satellite and television signals.
Other rumors also exist, including alien visitations and mutilated plants and animals. However, it's entirely possible that these rumors were started by locals who wanted a little more tourist money, knowing that the accident would draw
These rumors
attention
were
to the
started
area.
by aliens.
Number 7, Eternal Flame Falls. This sounds
is
like
that?
something out of a fantasy movie, and it looks like one too.
Went there yesterday and caught this treasure at the
What?
absolute perfect time.
Eternal Flame Falls is found in New York's Chestnut Ridge Park, and the grotto of the waterfall contains a small flame that can be spotted year-round.
Oh.
The area is not entirely understood, but modern research has opened up some possible
Thank you, Bacon
answers.
Rocks.
It's now believed that the grotto is a source of natural gas.
Now, on occasion, it does
Wait.
flame out and has to be reignited. But
Okay.
when I arrived there early yesterday morning, about 7:15 a.m., not a soul around, and the flame was aglow.
Shut the fuck up! Oh, by the way, look at who's doing... It's CBS again. CBS, once again, reporting on this. It's literally not an eternal flame. Somebody's crawling in there and the big-ass lighter just... I'm explaining it right now.
Gas
I'm
originates
explaining
over
it.
1,000 feet below the surface from a
CBS
geologic formation
News.
called Rhine Street Shale. Tectonic
There's just a
activity
guy that
opened
lives
the
in
shale,
there.
and the gas rose to the grotto and
Hold
was
on,
lit.
I gotta go restart the phenomenon.
And the Eternal Flame Falls was born.
Oh
While
my
this
God.
theory is sound, it's still only that, a theory.
I
A
put that
Western
shit...
New
Oh,
York-
he actually dropped the map pet.
Or treasure.
I put that shit out
unlike any
daily.
other I have
Shut
seen.
the fuck
Number
up.
6,
Waterfall?
Poverty Point. The general Mississippi Delta once hosted an indigenous peoples now known as the Poverty Point culture.
For the last 40 years, the Poverty Point site has been carefully excavated by
All right.
archaeologists from all over the country.
They existed from about 1730 to 1350 BCE, and they left behind...
Poverty Point is where Coney lives. Yeah, subscribe now. Help me out. I am unemployed. Drop a prime right now. If you're part of the Poverty Point too, you could drop a prime right now. If you're not part of the Poverty Point, I will take your donation from the people with affluence. Go ahead and drop $4.99 a month.
And a massive site in
Come on, help
northeastern
me.
Louisiana.
I guess we'll probably never know exactly why Poverty Point people settled exactly where they did.
On the surface,
Maybe they
Poverty
were
Point
bored.
doesn't look like much, being a series of grass and
Poverty Point is a Fortnite POI. Yeah, gray weapons everywhere.
soil mounds, but it's huge.
Gray pistol,
stretching
gray
over 3
shoddy,
miles.
gray AR.
Aside from the various mounds, Poverty Point also
Thank you,
contains
Ka.
a semicircle of ridges, almost like an amphitheater, and a flat 37-acre
A
plaza.
slingshot.
It's one of the most significant prehistoric sites in North America, and no one knows what it was used for. Theory.
Wait, put that shit on the... Remember that Souls game I said? With the American, like, landscape?
These range from a permanent settlement to a trading post or religious ceremonial site.
Go to Poverty
Archaeologists
Point. That's the
suspect
Blight Town.
plaza was the site of ceremonies, rituals, dances, games, and other public activities.
Number 5, the Crooked Forest.
Oh, is
Trees
it that
aren't
shit with that
supposed to bend
tree
at
in the
right
thumbnail?
angles.
What's
Some would
happening
tell the
here?
Crooked Forest.
There is another forest
That
in
shit looked like
northwest
Dr.
Poland
Seuss.
called the Crooked Forest.
This is found in the
That
Polish
shit looked
village
like a
of Nowe
traffic tree.
Tarnowo, and it
I'm
consists
about to
of
make a
pine trees
fneed.
that bend at unnatural angles. The trunks veer sideways shortly above the ground before turning and shooting upwards.
That shit looks like
there
a good
are about
chair.
400 pine trees of this variety, and they serve
That
as a
looks
major tourist
comfy.
attraction in the area.
I'm gonna
The trees
feed.
are all the same age.
I got the
and they
need.
all
The need
bend
to
north.
feed.
The best part is, no one knows why they bend like that. Our best guess is that they were intentionally deformed as a means of growing naturally bent wood.
For some reason, the way he said that was very funny.
Whatever the case, this mini forest looks like something out of the X-Files.
Mulder, the truth is out there. But so are lies.
Number 4, East.
That's your GOAT show, huh? That's a good show. What we settled for in the 90s was criminal. You guys don't know how bad it was. You guys get Breaking Bad, it's like, you know, it's movie shit. We watched that and we loved it.
Easter Island. Much is unknown about Easter Island. Located in
Y'all
the
have The
Pacific
Sopranos?
Ocean, Easter Island,
so.
or Rapa Nui, was home to the indigenous peoples of the same
I
name.
watched 3 seasons before I realized. I've never actually watched X-Files. Is it actually good? I feel like it's, like, again, talking about something I don't know about at all. I feel like X-Files is probably awful now. It's good? Okay. I feel like it would just be, like, complete schlock. Like, it hasn't aged, but...
Over time, these people, known as the Rapa Nui, would grow into a complex society.
No one knows when Easter Island was first inhabited, with guesses spanning from the years 800 to 1200. But what's
That's true.
perhaps
We did
most
have The Wire
mysterious
back
about the
then,
island
which I've
are
never
the
watched, but I
Moai.
hear it's great.
That complex society would embark on one of the
Is Deadwood good? I like cowboy shit, and I've always wanted to watch Deadwood. Is it good?
most unique.
I want to talk like a Deadwood cowboy. That's like, I want to be that. I want to be a cowboy. I think that's my thing.
Building projects in the history of the world.
Can I be a cowboy? I
The
can do that,
construction
right?
of the large stone sculptures known as moai.
These
I saw Unforgiven, fucking loved it.
are massive stone figures resembling human beings, and they're found both around the island's
Watch
perimeter
Westworld. Best season of TV I've ever seen, followed by the most dumb, vapid bullshit I've ever seen on TV. Swear to God. Westworld season 1 is fantastic. Westworld season 2 is fucking awful. Like, by episode 1, I was like, this is so bad. It was also always vapid bullshit. No. Westworld season 1 is fantastic.
and in
It's
its
like
main
my favorite
quarry,
season of
Rano
television.
Raraku. We
I
don't
love
know
it.
who among the Rapa Nui carved the statues, and we have no idea how they were transported.
Nearly every line of dialogue in Deadwood has the word bitch in it. It gets old so fast. Well, it was like a whole character in Breaking Bad, right? People love that guy. Come on.
across the island.
Everybody's Jesse.
Standing at an average height of 13 feet tall and weighing an average of 14 tons apiece, moving the moai around the island was no easy feat.
What we do know is that this was an incredibly hardworking and ingenious group of people. Sometimes the magic is in the mystery.
I guess.
Number 3, Stonehenge. And speaking of massive stone monuments that are endlessly perplexing,
That shit looked like Banjo-Kazooie.
Stonehenge.
I bet
We
there's
know
a jiggy
virtually
on that
nothing
shit.
about who built it or why.
Check for that Jinjo,
Stonehenge.
bro. There's a Jinjo in
Found
that
in
bitch.
Wiltshire, England.
What if you went to Stonehenge? This is so stupid. What if you went to Stonehenge and you're just walking around visiting it and you heard, "Hey, help! Help!" Help! Help! There you go, get it. Jinjo! Whee! Millions of people have been to Stonehenge. Nobody found the Jinjo? Nobody found the Jinjo, huh? That's so funny. Hold on. What did they say? I gotta look this up. There he is. You're at Stonehenge and you hear that. Help. Whistling. That's pretty funny. I ain't helping no bleeding Jinjo. I don't even know where it came from. Just nobody in Britain wants to help them. And then you pick them up and you get this. Did I get... I knew it. You motherfucker. Oh, he didn't say it! He didn't do the Jinjo! Whee! I love that shit.
Stonehenge is a remarkable feat of prehistoric engineering. The site dates back to around 3000
I don't care what you guys say. That Jinjo bit is extremely funny.
BCE, and it was constructed over hundreds of years. The outer stones are about 13 feet high, 7 feet wide, and weigh 25 tons. The inner stones are called bluestones,
Don't you minus
and
two
they were
me. That's
sourced
like +6.
from the Preseli Hills in Wales, which is 150 miles away.
These bluestones come from South Wales. That implies that there was a mode of exchange.
Yeah, but
between...
what if you did find a collectible in real life, though? I'm gonna go ahead and keep a... Like, you've seen that tweet, I bring it up a lot, of like, what if you were just walking around and you found like a pad with your face on it, like the Donkey Kong tweet? What if you did find like a Waddle Dee? And you're like, wow, I've gotten through my whole life without finding this. I must have missed so many.
The people that live there and the people of South Wales.
As this culture didn't keep written records, we can only guess as to the purpose of Stonehenge. And while we have some good theories, we also don't know exactly how it was built. Heck, we don't even know how they got the bluestones from Wales to England.
Where do you keep them? I don't know. I don't know what Waddle Dees eat. Probably candy.
Number 2, Area 51. There are
Why is
many
that a
areas
mysterious
across
place?
the
That's
United
literally
States
the
that are said to
government.
be alien hotspots.
The Watchtower is a
The
place
government
for
can
people
explain
to go
that.
to discuss the UFO phenomena without being made fun of.
One is the San Luis Valley in Colorado and New Mexico, which has hosted a large number of UFO sightings.
Okay.
But when it comes to aliens, nothing beats Area 51. Found in the Nevada desert, Area 51 is a highly secretive base belonging to the United States Air Force.
Area 51? I found Area 51!
No, ma'am, this is Area 51A.
Well, I'm kind of lost. Can you tell me where I am?
I'm sorry, the location of this location is classified.
Officially called Homey Airport,
Good one.
Area 51 is
Homey
thought to be
Airport?
used-
Classified.
Officially called Homey Airport, Area 51 is
What,
thought
to
to be
fly
used
into
for the
Homey
testing of
Airport?
weapons and military
This sounds
aircraft.
pretty sick, actually.
However,
I'm trying to
others
go in
believe
there.
that it houses UFOs, weather-controlled devices, energy
Homey
weapons,
Airport.
and mechanisms for time travel. One thing is for sure, the base's secrecy has empowered some very active imaginations.
I'm sorry, Captain. This is a restricted area. I can't let you pass without clearance. Okay. Come here. You want to see my clearance?
Before we
Poor Will Smith, bro. Man.
continue, be sure to subscribe.
I actually did think he was going to slap him. I don't know why I thought that. Damn. The images change, I guess.
To our
I thought he
channel
was going to
and
hit
ring
him.
the bell.
Yeah. You wouldn't have thought that in the 90s.
Get
I'll say
notified
that.
about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified
Stop
for
acting
occasional
up for the
videos
fucking
or all of them.
alien.
If you're on your phone, make sure you go into settings
media
and switch
influence
on your
you, yeah.
notifications. Number 1, the Bermuda Triangle.
Whatever,
there seem
dude.
to be many paranormal triangles in the world, including one in Lake Michigan. But the
What
most
does this
famous
even
is
mean?
the Bermuda Triangle.
Vast, ominous, mythical. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, one of the greatest mysteries of our time.
I thought this was like a meme in cartoons when I was a kid. John Mulaney has a bit about quicksand, or he's like, I thought quicksand would be a way bigger problem when I became an adult. Like, that's how I felt about this.
It stretches between Bermuda, Puerto Rico, and Florida, and it's the site of
Yeah, where was the tree?
many mysterious
I guess it was the curved trees.
A large number of air and sea
They really
incidents have been
clickbaited me.
reported
Fuck.
in the area, including the loss of USS Cyclops and Flight 19.
So what happened to Flight 19? Did they crash somewhere near Florida's coast? Did they get hopelessly lost, ditching far out to sea?
I figured it was just
The
like
nature of the Bermuda
communications
Triangle
die
is hotly
there or
debated.
something.
Some believe there's nothing odd about the location and that its accident rate isn't substantial. Others think there's something fishy going on and place the blame
Fishy.
on paranormal, the Gulf Stream, and compass anomalies. Whatever.
Bit more about the Nazca lines from a cursory search. The
Okay.
lines are dug about 5 inches deep and usually about 1 wide. The area is very dry and has little wind, so they don't erode. About
Okay.
800 of them are just straight lines and 400 are shapes or animals.
There. It's been solved. It has been explained.
For the case, this has become one of the most popular urban. Sure to subscribe and ring the.
No, you're not clickbaiting me on these. All right, one more. We got sidetracked. These are the top 10 mascots that don't exist anymore. I just want to see that guy. By the way, if you weren't here for the beginning of the video, guess what? What?
There are
Oh my
many
God, there's
theories
more.
about them, including that they were for irrigation, but that is kind of flimsy.
Yeah?
The running theory for the lines is that they are related to astronomy, representing constellations, or that they are linked to the people's calendar.
Yeah? Any more info? Is this on the test? Dude, I should do... That'd be some fun content. On Thursdays, a Coney quiz at the end of the week. And if you answer all the questions right, you get a prize. That'd be fun. Just on information that we learned from Sunday to Wednesday. Wouldn't that be fun? You would just cheat or leak. Shut up. What was number 3 on the top 10 hardest final bosses in video games? A lot of work on your end. Yeah, I guess so. You guys aren't worth it. Ads in 45 seconds. So if you want to see the top 10 mascots that don't exist anymore, you got to subscribe now. Drop a Prime currently. Experientially. Right now. Fast. Okay? Also,
wait.
So you see this? Top 10 mascots that don't exist anymore. There's also the top 10 mascots that don't exist anymore. They produced 2 videos with the same exact title, in case you guys didn't see it. That's crazy. But this one I think is sports mascots. So thank you, Vin5. Thanks for the tier 1. Thank you, Pia. Thanks for the subs. Is that the Idol anime? What? This? Top 10 must-watch anime of spring 2023? What's number 1, bro? I have to know. What do I have to watch?
To the
If
titular
this thing has a dumbass name, I'm going to be so mad. Wait, this is Demon Slayer, isn't it? Yep, I know that. I know my Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Swordsmith Village arc so well. What about Hell's Paradise? Oh, that's a simple name. I will say that, by the way, ads are starting right now. If you didn't drop a Prime, goodbye. Send them to the ad dimension. Thank you, Kabeji. I will say the whole Void Tag and the Egoist thing made me look into the whole soccer anime thing. Thank you, Penguin. Just to see what it's like. Anime, like, the ideas in them sound interesting. Like, I read about some of the ideas in anime, and I'm like, oh, that sounds like it might be fun to watch. But, yeah, Blue Lock, that's what it's called. I was like, that might be fun to watch. But I can't get past the tropes. I just can't. I can't, you know? Interesting to see the execution, yeah. Just the way that it's presented. What is even overly tropey about Blue Lock? I don't know. I haven't watched any of it. I haven't given it a shot. Maybe I should try it. Is Blue Lock a manga or an anime? Maybe I'll try it. Both? You're just not the target demo. Yeah, exactly. How about this? For homework, I'll watch 1 episode and I'll come back on Tuesday, all right? How about that? And I'll tell you what I think. One of the characters scores and says goal right in the womb. Is never mind. I'm not watching that.
This yet another new property.
I'm not gonna watch that anymore.
Did he say he was the Yankee mascot?
A lot of people don't know the Yankees did have a mascot for a couple of years.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 mascots that don't exist anymore.
Okay, so it's just sports. I don't know why they didn't say sports.
Kansas State Park. The Giants invent the anti-mascot.
Oh, hell yeah, I love that guy.
For this list,
I
we'll
love
be
the
ranking
big
the most
crab.
bizarre and long forgotten
That dog's just dead.
mascots of
That's
North
mean.
American sports teams.
A lot of animal
Did we leave
mascots
any out?
aren't real
Let
anymore.
us know in the comments.
They don't exist anymore.
Number 10, Thunder, Golden State Warriors. We're not exactly
This
sure
music.
what an anthropomorphic representation of Thunder is supposed to look like, but the Golden State Warriors mascot named Thunder didn't exactly fit the
Yo!
bill. Still, this didn't stop this muscle-bound
That dude's
mascot
cool as
from
hell.
embracing
Yo!
himself to the Warrior faithful and earning himself a beloved reputation.
How come this dude doesn't play? When I see people do
Mascot named
this,
Thunder didn't
when I see people do this shit,
exactly fit
why?
the bill.
How come that guy isn't a basketball
Still,
player?
this didn't
Why
stop
is this just
this
a mascot
muscle-bound
guy? He should be on the fucking Lakers.
Mascot from
Boom. Trampolines? They should add trampolines to basketball, and everybody's gonna say, "Oh, that's a different sport." I know it's called slam ball, right? But they should just make that normal.
Ingratiating himself to the Warrior faithful and earning himself
Oh. Oh.
a beloved reputation.
You may remember their old mascot Thunder, who wowed fans with his acrobatics.
Good heavens.
Thunder felt like a superhero to the home team, so
Aww.
when the Oklahoma City Thunder came knocking, Golden State placed their mascot on hiatus for some retooling, never to return.
And I want you to know, while I miss you dearly, Warriors fans, you taught me what it was to be
Aww.
Thunder.
Warrior fans still remember Thunder fondly, however, and hold out hope that this one-time mascot might one day stage a comeback.
Wait, so who's the mascot now? That kid is pogging. It's really him. Is there a mascot now? Do they have one? I thought every team had one.
Number 9, Homer the Brave, Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Braves organization
That's better than the other mascot they could have had.
possesses something of a troubled history when it comes to mascots.
Yeah.
The design of Homer was
Oh,
initially topped with a Native American
no,
head similar
no.
to the Braves logo,
No,
but this didn't last long.
no.
The second iteration was more clearly indebted to the
I love how they just go from that guy to, oh, what the fuck can we do? I don't know. Make him a baseball. Just make him a fucking baseball. Anything's better than that. He's a fucking baseball. Give him a hat.
when it comes to mascots. The design got Mr. Met having a giant
He's also a baseball. What the fuck do we do? How many baseball mascots can
baseball for a head, complete with an ear-to-ear smile.
He doesn't have ears. I can't.
Wait, what happened?
The mascot seemed to work, enjoying a relationship with the franchise for years
I
before finally
guess.
being retired, and replaced with an even weirder mascot named Blooper in 2018.
That's literally just the Fanatic. Who made this? Making your baseball mascot a baseball is just phoning it in. Well, same with this guy. It's just the fucking...
But look, we found an enemy on the field here, Blooper, looking undeniably cute.
Number 8, Bada Boom, Quebec Nordiques.
He had a baby.
That is quite a name. Bada Boom, the first anthropomorphic NHL mascot, was a cute and
like
fuzzy
him.
otter that was actually only supposed to be featured at Rendezvous 87, a series between Soviet hockey players, and NHL supposed to be featured at
Canadians, do your police really dress like this? I thought that was just like outside. Do you guys have Mounties at like sporting events? No? Okay. I was in Canada. I was in Saskatchewan for a tournament like a couple months ago, and I did not see any Mounties. And I was thinking, wait, should I have seen, like, did they just have no security there? Like,
Rendezvous 87, a
think like cops in dress uniforms.
series
Okay,
between
gotcha.
Soviet hockey players and NHL All-Stars.
We are just about ready for
Do
the
Mounties
face-off.
really always
Game
get there,
one
man?
of
Is that like a thing?
Rendezvous
Is that true?
87. The NHL All-Stars against the Soviet Union. Coming up.
W Mounties.
Bada Boom got over big time with the fans, however, so much so that he was brought home to Quebec City for all of the
I like
Nordiques
Bada
home
Boom.
games.
He's cool.
His run lasted nearly a decade for
cute.
the organization, but all good things must come to an end.
What happened?
And the legacy of Bada Boom was over once the Nordiques moved to Colorado and became the Avalanche.
Aww.
Number 7, Huddles, San Francisco 49ers.
I can't even
Easy
see
now,
it.
49ers fans. We're not talking about your beloved Sourdough Sam.
Sourdough Sam? It's just a fucking guy. It's just a ginger.
That mascot continues to be a fixture at home games in San Francisco.
One of you in chat looks like this guy right now. Someone in chat right now looks like Sourdough Sam. There is one of you in chat that look just like him. I know there's someone here. Looks just like this guy. He's just a guy, yeah. Alpharad? I guess a little. You gotta change the hair color. You gotta change the... I guess kinda. If you made Alpharad into a mascot, and you made this blonde and this dark, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Cisco. Instead, we're going to discuss toys of the 1980s for a moment. Specifically, the line of adorable plush dolls produced by the NFL.
What the fuck is that? Some Deep Rock Galactic.
Known as huddles.
What's a huddle? What's a huddle? A huddle is the 28 mascots of all the NFL teams. Here, look, I'll show you. Here's the Jet huddle, and I got the 49er huddle.
Oh, that's smart.
A larger version of the 49ers huddle was present on the field during a brief time during the 80s, but its legacy for the team is minimal at best, with
stop showing me this guy.
Most fans in San
Thanks,
Francisco
Motobug.
standing by Sourdough Sam.
Dude, that's actually a genius marketing ploy. Little action figures or little plush things called huddles. That's smart. Damn.
Legacy for the team is minimal at best, with most fans in San Francisco standing by Sourdough Sam. Number 6, Shotzi, Cincinnati Reds. Not every professional sports mascot was a person in a giant fluffy suit. Sometimes the mascot in question was actually cute and furry in the old-fashioned way, because it was an actual animal. In the case of Marge Schott, owner of the Cincinnati Reds, her St. Bernard Shotzi was a beloved part of the organization for almost a decade.
Who did the audio balancing?
A second St. Bernard, also named Shotzi, took his place for another 7 years before the Reds finally retired their live mascots.
Fire that guy.
They may be gone, but for 7 years before the Reds...
Is that Pete Rose? That guy got chokeslammed by Kane.
Reds finally retired their live mascots for good.
That's like the most famous thing he did, I think, right? I think that's what he's known for, getting chokeslammed by Kane once. Tombstone, too, yeah.
They may be gone, but for Cincinnati fans, they're certainly not forgotten. Number 5.
Editor, keep it. Don't put the laugh in. I want to see how many comments I get from
Crazy
that. That'd
Crab,
be funny.
San Francisco Giants. The moral of our next entry is this. Be careful what you wish for, because you just...
That lady was a Nazi? What?
Took his...
You're kidding. Please don't defame people without sources here. Is that true? No? Okay. She was. It's true. Fucking... Well, let's move on to Crazy Crab.
Giants.
Let's move on with accusations that we don't have time to... hey, let's... Crazy Crab is up.
Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Crazy Crab was created by the San Francisco Giants organization to deliberately annoy their fans.
Good. I love him. I love trolling the fans in any capacity.
The team actively encouraged the crowd to boo and throw things at the crab, to the point where the man who played him, Wayne Doba, often incurred injuries from projectiles like batteries or bottles.
Here was a mascot that was designed to be disliked.
Oh, I hate that crab.
Here was a mascot.
These people are marks.
That was designed.
This lady is such a fucking, what a rube. Oh, I can't stand that crab. He's so crazy. Consarn it.
Disliked. That was the whole point.
Doba was once even tackled by players from the San Diego Padres and sued
He's not even doing anything.
Giants
He's
for pain
just
and
dancing
suffering.
around. Fuck you, crab!
Needless to say, the Crazy Crab only lasted a single season.
Giants fans
I love him.
Hey, Frank, need any pinch hitters?
Number 4, Boomer, Columbus Blue Jackets. The Columbus Blue Jackets.
Oh, no, that's Boomer?
Number 4.
I thought this was Boomer. Dude, I can't... What a switcheroo. You could pay me $500. You could say, I will give you $500 to tell me who in this image is Boomer. And it's that one? Not the old canon? The old canon isn't Boomer?
4, Boomer, Columbus Blue Jackets.
That's
Columbus
ridiculous.
Blue Jackets were so crazy for mascots that they apparently couldn't settle for just one. The main mascot, Stinger, is still a presence at Blue Jackets.
Oh. It is the old canon.
Games today, but for a time, the insect was accompanied by another mascot.
Phew.
mascot named Boomer. He was
I jumped the cannon. Yeah, I jumped the cannon on that one.
designed to mimic the cannon that fired at Blue Jackets home games, but proved quite unpopular with fans. And honestly, we can definitely see why. After all, home games, but proved mascot
Wait, they
named
fire a cannon at home
Boomer.
games?
He was designed to mimic the cannon that fired at Blue Jackets home games, but proved quite
They have a screen here, just in case.
unpopular with fans. And honestly, we can definitely see why. After all,
It's loud as hell. Yeah.
Boomer's vertical cannon shape is just, well, let's go with uncomfortable.
Ah, I see it. It's a penis. I see. Yep. A distinguished penis, but a penis nonetheless, with spoked balls. Yep, there it is, with some artisan... What the fuck is this? Who is this? Whenever I watch Coney's stream, I get the feeling I'm watching a boy wandering through a dark forest that he knows very well. He uncovers a rock to find a great number of insects and creatures. He smiles and calls them friends. Which one of you is this? They were crafting this message for 30 minutes. Who the fuck did this? I can't believe that name was available. I'm shocked. Okay, and here they come. And here it comes. Okay. I'm not playing along with this stupid bit.
This mustachioed mascot didn't last very long and was retired after only a few weeks.
I'm not playing along with this. Is stupid, and you know it.
Number 3, Bonnie Brewer, Milwaukee Brewers. Our next mascot wasn't a
It's Bonnie Brewer. It's just a woman.
giant head or a real-life animal, but instead more of a costume.
We would go out with the grounds crew
Cool.
and run onto the field and do cartwheels and round-offs and gymnastics.
It's just
stunts.
Bonnie
a
Brewer
lady.
was a Milwaukee staple that dressed in traditional German lederhosen and utilized a broom to clean the bases during the 7th inning stretch.
Dude, I never really thought about it, but Brewers is a terrible team name.
Team already had a mascot in the form of Bernie Brewer, but Bonnie quickly connected with fans, thanks to quirky traditions like kissing the opposing team's third base coach on the cheek. Although some fans may see Bonnie Brewer as a sexist relic of the past, many of the women who played her have expressed fond memories about their time on the field.
Okay.
For Liz and Ann, it's the memories and the connection to today's brew.
They're just like, yeah, you had a male mascot, but I like seeing a girl. Put the girl in the lederhosen. I want to see the girl kiss a guy.
Crew that will last forever.
It was a really fun time in my life, and it's
Good
really
for
fun
them,
to be
I
a
guess.
part. I feel like I'm a part of this magic that's going on right now.
Number 2, Dandy, New York Yankees. Dandy served as living proof that not everyone can pull off pinstripes. This mascot for the New York Yankees barely lasted 2 years before he was ousted.
Yeah.
Because what says baseball more than a weird-looking bird with a mustache?
Wade and I went up there and met with him,
It's
showed
a
him the
bird?
designs, and we went
Can I
into
see
his
it?
office. He looked at it. I think he liked the sketch. He seemed to.
Major League Baseball
I need a mascot.
was mascot crazy after the success of the
Oh
Philly
my
Fanatic,
God.
and the Yankees wanted in. Or did they?
I'm supposed to be
That
making
dude
my
looks like a
my
bowling
debut,
pin.
and nothing.
Cowboy Toad? No, but I mean like a big physical mascot. I need like a big mascot that I can like have follow me at events and like dance, you know?
We were at the game. We never.
By the way, speaking of big physical things, apparently my Stone Cold head is still in the garage. Mel said she saw it, so maybe I'll get that for Tuesday stream. Also, I have a big giant head of me in there, I think, too. So
We even saw him ourselves. He was relegated to the
Ew, he's gross.
top part of the stadium.
It's
The
a
team's
long
owner,
story.
George Steinbrenner, was upset with some of the on-field antics of team mascots after a dramatic incident involving the San Diego Chicken.
Chicken? Not even like a rooster or like, I don't know, hen even I think is better. Chicken has such a shitty, you know?
As a result, the company responsible for Dandy, Acme Mascots, turned down the team's proposed renewal of their lease, citing a lack of enthusiasm and support.
We decided that after 3 years, if they weren't going to be
weren't digging
exploiting
the vibe. The vibes were
the
off with
personality
Dandy.
and the
Yeah,
character, that there wasn't
The
much
vibe's just-
point.
oh, that's a fun gimmick. His hat goes in a circle.
Before we name our
Throw that
number
hat in
one
a
pick,
circle.
here are a few honorable
A
but
horse!
dishonorable mentions. Meadow the Mule, New York Mets.
Love the Mets.
A real mule. Let's go, Mets.
Yeah, great. Cool. A
Bleacher
fucking
creature, Atlanta
donkey.
Braves. You never know where he might strike.
What? All right.
Ragnar, Minnesota Vikings, a marauder who severely overestimated his work.
Oh, I
Many
remember
of the
this
Vikings
one.
faithful noticed the absence of a long-standing tradition.
Yeah, didn't this guy, like, he thought he was worth, like, millions. And he wanted to get paid more. It's a guy, and they were like, no. And he's like, oh, yeah? Then I'll walk. And they were like, fine.
Since 1994, Ragnar has been a part of the game day festivities, from his dancing to his not-so-subtle entrances.
Hey, you never become a mark for yourself, okay? That's in the Coney code.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel
Never
and
go,
ring
no,
the bell
never
to get
go into
notified
business
about
for
our
yourself,
latest
all right?
videos.
Know your worth? No, the opposite.
You have the option to be notified for occasional
You're replaceable.
videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Know your worth, but in the other way. Is it Chief Wahoo, you think?
Number 1, Chief Nakahoma.
Oh, well, that I didn't know that one. Oh my God.
Atlanta Braves. It's an understatement to say that the world of professional sports has had a
that's a different
controversial
one. I didn't know
relationship with
this
Native
one.
American mascots.
Oh,
Chief
dear.
Nakahoma was something a bit different for the Atlanta Braves, however,
Yeah.
given that the man who portrayed the chief, Levi Walker, was a Native American member of the Odawa tribe.
Okay.
The fans saw me as a superstar. They saw me like Batman. They saw me like Superman.
All right, see, remember what I said about not being a mark for yourself?
This didn't mean that
Chat, is that okay? Am I like...
Nakahoma's run with the Braves was without...
Doesn't sound so bad to me. Yeah, is this like better? It's better, right? I think...
a blowback from some fans,
I
but
don't-
the majority of Braves Nation
I mean, for how bad they were treated at the time, I think he genuinely enjoyed it.
felt a kinship with their
It
chief.
is consent.
Some
Yeah,
fans
like
even
it's-
blame losing games on the lack of Nakahoma's teepee and spirit dance.
Oh, he didn't do the spirit dance! Son of a bitch!
Before
All right, never mind. I changed my idea.
each game, he would do a dance on the pitcher's mound, then sprint off the field to his teepee in the stands.
Still,
Okay, never mind. Never mind. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He comes out, he does a little dance on the pitcher's mound, and then he sprints to his house that's in the bleachers.
Stands.
Okay, never
the
mind.
Chiefs'
Never mind. Okay.
reign couldn't last forever, and he was retired prior to the 1986 season,
Okay.
after a nearly 20-year run.
Wow.
And all these years later, he is still beloved by many.
I've been blessed by the fans to be the mascot for the Atlanta Braves.
I'm
Did you
glad
enjoy
he's
this
proud of his legacy. Hold on. I love these. I feel like I've seen this video, right? I think I've probably seen. Oh, yep. Look out! Poof. Oh my God. Die. Right in the pee-pee.
1.
Ouch.
To your settings and switch on
By the way, remember the Wheelchamp. This can be allowed.
notifications.
If you guys need some inspiration. This is sports. Look at his face. This red guy is not smiling. Whoever lives in that red suit is not smiling at all. That's funny. Nakahoma is not a real American name. They choose it to sound like Nakahomer. Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. Oh my God, it just gets worse and worse. I didn't even think of that. Chief Nakahoma. Oh my God. All right, well, that's Mojo. Hope you guys enjoyed. Oh my God. Okay. That's okay. All right. Fun night. All right, it's 11:30. We got to go to bed. Thanks for watching, guys. Fun night. I didn't mean it for it to be all Mojo, but Tuesday we'll do Tier List Tuesday. Wednesday is Wheelchamp. Damn, a lot of alliteration. Thursday, I don't know. Maybe I'll play a video game. Maybe not. Worst Mojo night ever. That's not true. We've had much worse Mojo nights, unironically. I think we did pretty good tonight. I think pretty good movies. So. Cocaine Bear Thursday? No. What are you talking about? Let's go. Oh. Let's raid. Oh, I think... Hold on. Vince told me this was happening. We're going to raid Extra Emily. If you don't know who she is... Wait, did it work? She is currently being taped to a house for 24 hours, and people are throwing water balloons and eggs at her. That's the, that's the story here. Wait, why isn't raid working? What? That was the house that, what's his name sent me. Maybe if I do it here? No? Dude, my raid isn't working. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so people are throwing water balloons and eggs. That's the house that Vince showed me on the Twitter, the Discord DMs that got leaked. So go ahead and enjoy that. All right. I'll see you guys Tuesday. Bless up. Why do you guys want the cat so bad? I'm not playing cat till 2875. One more sub. Next Prime pops it. Next Prime pops it. Pop it now. Go ahead and sub. Drop a Prime. Twitch Prime. Hey, remember, the raid's going to pop soon. You don't have a lot of time. Better do it fast. I hate the fucking cat. Better do it fast. Drop a Prime. Gifties work too. Ah, you're going to run out of time. Uh-oh. I don't know if you get the full video at this point. I think you guys actually might drop it. Oh, I just want one Prime. It's literally just one Prime. On the road again. Good night.